That shows how early it is. Go to sleep, brother. I'm wide awake right now, dog. I was gonna go to sleep, but then I was like, yo, actually, dog, Pmsl is about to start, and I'm trying to watch the pubgm. I haven't watched pubgm tournaments in a while. I'm fucking fiending for pubgm comp, bro. I love watching comp. It's like one of my favorite things to watch. And I just have, my sleep schedule has been so bad. What you doing this early? I haven't slept yet. Yo, Zacade, how you doing, homie?
A new 1.6 by 1.6 kilometer map is coming to PUBG Mobile version 2.7. In this map, there are several energy zones where you can receive random attribute boosts, such as increased speed and health recovery. At the same time, lots of supplies spawn in the area. Be sure to grab them while you can. After finding all the supplies in an area, you should keep moving to find more supplies. The fastest way to move about is through portals. Go through one to teleport to the other side somewhere else on the map. After exploring an area, it's best to teleport somewhere far. However, it's important to note that there's a cooldown after use, so it can't be used too frequently. If you want to travel across mid-distance, be sure to take note of the updrafts on the map. Get close to an updraft to get lifted into the air. After reaching a certain height, you'll descend back to the ground. During your descent, you can freely adjust your direction to head to your destination. This transportation method is very handy for escaping dangerous situations. Another thing you have to watch out for are the volcanoes on the map. The lava erupting from these volcanoes can cause damage within a certain range. Be sure not to step on the lava. Otherwise, you'll keep taking damage and lose health. After arriving at a new area, be sure to search for exclusive crates. Approach them to get exclusive food and supplies.
Dude, how long
from
are we going to be here?
timed airdrops are also a great way to get supplies.
Right,
so make sure to keep an eye.
Let's see if I can find a YouTube video of montage. pubgm montage. Yeah, this is definitely what we're watching. Action gameplay.
Watch out!
Master status.
Yes. It is. That's what dog is my birthday too. I was dead. I should say. Wait. Wait. Is your birthday August 3rd or 4th? Because if you were just celebrating, because mine's the 4th. That's wild though. Happy birthday, thank you. This smartest player in it by far. I'll see one in it. Yeah. Second? Yours is the second? Brother, it's the fucking 4th right now. What do you mean we have the same birthday? You watched day 1 too? No, I didn't. I was celebrating on 3rd. Real. Our birthday's close as fuck though.
Watch out!
Damn, that guy got outplayed. Birthday week, twins. Hey, birthday week, man. Let's go.
Kaçın.
Minus.
Neyse.
You know what?
Kaçın bu.
Duruşu. Bak şey yapma.
Ben kaçıyorum.
Real. You know what's a Clint? But how long until you think I fall asleep on stream?
Doğru. Smoke.
So that'd be some of the cleanest gameplay I've seen in weeks. Well, considering it's one of the best players in the world, I hope.
Doğru.
God damn.
Açayım şu.
And clearly you haven't seen my gameplay in a while, buddy. Like, I'm actually just the goat, dude. Like, not trying to flex or anything, but if we go to Titans League, You know, Titans League, the players, teams, I don't know how to do this. Passion fruit. You got the GOAT right here. I'm just the GOAT, dude. Hold up, let's go to stats, individual stats, all stats. They have it fucked up, bro. I'm supposed to be the most heal in the game, bro. But they don't have me up here because Clint's website's cheeks.
Dude.
Right.
I should be the #1 healer because I'm headshot one game.
이거 할때 진짜 좋지.
Now you're playing. I did win the interview VP. Someone was like Pmsl for power of the game, right? Sounds about it, right? You know? I mean, South Asia is like one of the most dominant. Did he just try to melee him? What a fucking Chad, dude. We don't want bad players #1, but I'm clearly better than that guy. That guy is in Jaguar. And, you know, earnings check? Yeah, that guy got shit on. Aw, who is that? Aw, Leo. I have to look at my teams, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait.
왔다 갔죠.
Oh!
Yeah.
Aw, Leo.
No.
I like how he clutches like a 1v17 and they're just like, nice. Like these motherfuckers, I've never heard any of these motherfuckers scream in their life.
할지.
Or talk loud. Like Action probably whisper comms everything because he has the fucking... Oh, he cut that shit out quick. Action probably whisper comms everything just because he's a kid, bruh. Oh, the TS top fragger? Adrian, not the dick or anything, but Adrian's like the goat. Team push Brazil starts tomorrow? Oh shit, yeah, we gonna watch that, chat. Wait, when is that? That's like the same time as our scrims and stuff, isn't it? So like, I don't think we can... That was a good gameplay, boys. Yeah, we're back to this. India is going to win PMDC 2023. Spower OP. S-Power? Is it S-Power? India is coming. This is a chat. I need someone to ride my dick as hard as this dude rides India. Bro, like, dedication to that man, dude. Like, 7 PM EST, yeah? Oh, man. Yo, looks like I'm skipping scrims. I have to be part of that shit. Starts in 7 minutes. Dude, chat. The good thing about Pmsl is we get to watch good teams play. And I love watching some good teams play, you know? Like, South Asia's got really good teams, and it's also got some bad teams, so, like, you know.
Dragon Ball Super Theme mode is here. Let's take a look at the key mechanic in this mode. In this mode, just like the characters in Dragon Ball, all players get a type of energy called ki. Ki is used to perform certain moves like Kamehameha and Bukujutsu or levitation technique. Kamehameha is the most popular and powerful technique in Dragon Ball. You can obtain it by picking it up during a match. Kamehameha equips to the pistol slot and has to be charged up in order to use it. Once charged, you'll fire a continuous high damage beam. You won't be able to move when charging it up or firing. Players with insufficient ki are unable to unleash Kamehameha. Kamehameha possesses astonishing destructive power, so find a perfect opportunity.
Hey, birthday,
to use it
thank
to
you.
lay waste to
Dude,
your enemies.
chat.
Similarly, you can also
My
pick
girl
up
hasn't even wished me
Bukujutsu
happy
or
birthday.
levitation technique during a match. It also equips to the
And
pistol
I'm kind of
slot.
sad right now,
Use
bro.
this skill
Cause like,
to fly
fuck
freely in the air.
everyone wishing me
You
happy
keep in
birthday.
mind that Bukujutsu
I just want
also
her to wish me
consumes
happy birthday.
ki
You know what I
when
mean,
used.
chat? Like,
While in use,
can you
also
guys go
will be able to
spam
switch
her?
to your
Actually,
other
I'll get.
weapons.
Wait, she went to sleep at like 11. It wasn't even my birthday yet. Okay, I'll give her that one.
When you reach a certain
I'll give her
level,
that one, okay?
The release key button will appear. After tapping the button, you'll enter a releasing key state, which enhances your abilities. When releasing
I'll
key,
give her
key will be
a
consumed
pass.
more rapidly. When key is completely
Clint, why haven't you wished me happy
your
birthday yet, man?
releasing key
Like,
state
honestly, I
ends.
thought you were like
So
my
what are you
#1
waiting
fan.
for? That's all there is to know about key in Dragon Ball Super Theme mode. For more details,
Dude,
be
there's
sure
like
to
something in my
follow
throat,
our
like right
official
here, like I have a
PUBG
sore
mobile
throat
community.
or whatever you call
Winner,
it.
winner, chicken dinner. See you next time.
Where's Spam? Nah, I'm joking. Don't spam her. She has work in the morning and shit, so she went to sleep like earlier. Dude, these cars are expensive as fuck. I want one. She was in chat, Game Theory of Titans, when you wiped XS, dude. Yeah, no, I saw. I sent her the link to the stream. Happy birthday, yo! Thank you, Caden. I said it in BC before Valid. Oh, but what's the XQ flop map for? We're not watching XQ throw a map, bruh. Each car like $200. Yeah, well, I'm not rich like that, brother. I'm kind of broke. So like, what is this gun skin? What? When did they add this motherfucker? That shit looks clean. Actually, never mind. It looks like some like. You see like the eyes and the. It looks like some like Power Ranger gun they pull out as a power up. You know what I mean? Does it not look like that, chat? Like, it just. I don't know. It just looks like a power up gun that a Power Ranger would pull out, dude. Because of the fucking like wolf on it or whatever it is. Yo, why is my shit frozen? Hyperphysics? Hey, thank you, homie. How did you come with the name Sixless? I was clapping your dad's cheeks. He was like, "Oh, less, 6 less inches in me," you know. And so I was like, "Yo, 6 less," because you know, when you're slinging a 13-inch meat around, he was asking for 6 less of the inches in him. As you got flanked by Adrian, that's the goat. That awareness check. Dude, honestly, not the dick or anything, but it's Adrian the goat. Dude, only yes. The entire game of Sandhawk, when we fight IG off rip and shit, I'm literally just like, no, not the dick or anything, but I think Adrian's up on the hill, and every time I said something, it was like, yo, not the dick ride, but Adrian's up. It was fucking hilarious. Hey, birthday, thank you. Who's this?
Mobile Super League, Fall Split League, and
alright, Chad, do you think we're gonna have good casters today or no?
2 days has passed now, and now it is time to start the 3rd day, and for sure we are about to see more action with maybe a little bit of drama from the players on stage, but apart from that, joining
I forget this is a LAN
with
tournament.
me on stage is a player from the Infinity, which is Lobby X. Hello.
Hello.
Alright, so let's get to it. So
I'll do a
first
Tony
question
K,
for
not
you,
the
how
dick
does
ride or
it
anything, but
feel
Tony K kind of like
to
goat.
be competing in the PMSLC Fall, representing your team and country?
รู้สึกอย่างไรบ้างครับที่ได้เป็นตัวแทนของประเทศไทยมาทำการแข่งขันในลีกนี้ครับก็รู้สึกดีใจครับที่ได้เป็นตัวแทนแล้วก็จะทำให้เต็มที่ที่สุดครับ so it's an honor
That's
to be
Infinity
here
Beer, I know.
for their team
So
and
for
I
my
really appreciate this opportunity
Yeah.
to
my
run in this
pick'ems?
competition.
That's good that he feel honored. This is the biggest stage of the Southeast Asia
So I did the
Championship.
math
So
for my pick'ems.
second question
Where's
for you
that?
guys with an outstanding performance and 63 points on the first day. Do you think PMSL is as hard as you think,
So
or
I picked
is it
for my
relatively
for my
easy for you
pick'ems,
to face all the
I
top
picked
teams
Vampire
from
Esports,
the Southeast
Persia,
Asia?
AE, Boom,
จาก
and
ที่
Zuria.
ได้
So they're currently in
ดู
first place.
การแข่งขันเมื่อวาน
Boom's in
เนี่ย
fifth,
ทีมของ
AE
เรา
is
ก็
in
ได้
ninth, but they'll
ทำ
come
งาน
back.
ได้
Vampire's in
ค่อน
third,
ข้าง
and then
น่าประ
Persia's
ทับ
in
ใจ
sixth. And
เล
then
ย
for
แม้ว่า
the
จะเป็น
group, I
การ
picked
ลง
Group
สนาม
1.
ครั้งแรก
Infinity's in
ได้คะแนน
seventh right
ไว้
now, 6
13
games.
คะแนน
So they're like top like 3
มีความ
probably.
คิดเห็นอย่างไรกับ
Boom's in
ลีกนี้บ้างครับ
fifth,
คิด
and
ว่า
then
มันจะ
Playbook's in 14th,
เป็น
but
มือไหม
Evos
สำหรับ
is
ที
in
มผม
6th. So like literally my lowest placement is like some random team that was in this group I picked. Like I'm actually just the goat of picking teams, dude.
so they think that
The IG flank on X will never
this
die.
competition is
Dude.
kind of tough for them but rather
Better
than
late than
that
never. Hi, Bandit.
they will be focusing on
It's the
their
same
playing
casters?
styles and do their best.
They
Yeah.
give the X
All right,
there.
so last question for you. Considering that
Sure,
Zerja
sure,
from
sir,
the
I don't know who
Thailand
it
team
is
currently
before, bro.
holds the top spot.
Anything's
which is
better than the
number
South
one,
Asia
is
casters,
Zerja
bro.
is a
Like,
target
holy
of your
shit.
team, or especially as both teams are playing in the PMSLC for the first time?
เอ่อทีมคุณกับทีมเซียเนี่ยในลีกนี้ถือว่าเป็นทีมหน้าใหม่นะครับแล้วตอนนี้เนี่ยในบรรดาทีมไทยด้วยกันทีมเซียเขาก็ถือว่าทำคะแนนได้เป็นอันดับต้นๆคุณคิด
Am
ว่า
I quality
เขา
up
เป็น
here? This looks so low
ทีม
quality.
ที่คุณต้องระวังเป็นพิเศษแล้วก็
Oh, this looks
จะ
blurry,
หาทาง
right?
จัดการ
Like, anybody else see this is blurry?
ครับ
Holy
ไม่
shit,
ครับ
I've been watching so many Valorant
มัน
shit that
ระยะยาวครับค่อยวัด
I'm getting a
ที่ไฟ
Valorant accent. Or not Valorant, but
Okay,
Overwatch
so
accent. I
they're
play so much
not gonna
Overwatch.
be focusing on
Holy shit, I don't even know what
specific
number that
team.
is.
So
Like
all
Zar
teams are
999.99?
So they have to be
Second best
watching
in A
out for
versus
them
Zuko
and do
because
their best
Prince.
throughout the
Yo,
tournament.
thank you.
Alright, looks
I
like
don't even
Robbie is
know
very respectful of
how much
their
money that is.
opponents. I think
You're
that's all
fucking
for our first
goated, dude.
interview. I think we wrap
Yo,
it
hold
up.
up. Can we,
We're
like,
about to start
translate
the
this?
third day on
I don't
the
know how much
first
thank
match,
you
which
for. I don't
is
even know what
Sunhawk.
currency this
We'll
is.
see you
Zar?
guys on the game
Zar.
later. Back to the casters. Bye bye.
Let's see. We find the currency? What currency is it? Zimbabwe currency? W shit. Thank you for the is it even called Zimbabwe?
We are
I don't know
back
what it's
here
called.
today,
Thank you for the
and I can see you munching something, but at the same
You were
time,
goated, bro.
that's quite an interview,
Looks
and
as
it's
this
nice
was
to
good,
actually
dude.
see Lobby Axe from Infinity to
Hope
actually
everybody's
have a
doing well
word or
today.
two. And we're back for day number 3 in Pmsl
Tourism.
here. I'm not feeling so well. I'm Choo-Choo, by the way, and there's gonna be Sir Cloud. Sorry if I
I like Choo-Choo, Gat.
Sir Cloud,
I like her
yesterday has
casting.
been a banger for us. I mean, like, it's just the first week of Pmsl, but we've
like her
been
accent.
surprised by so many times.
Yeah, just like me, I was surprised. I thought honestly they were like interviews. That's why I like, okay, I took a bite first, and,
Close
and then
enough.
it's like, oh, only one
Yo,
interview.
there's Zimbabwe
Okay, that's fine.
You know,
That means
it's
we'll
alright.
start off with the game faster as compared to today's, since we'll be jumping straight.
Oh, bro said
into the game after this.
Dude
But
said
of course,
SARS. I don't
as
know,
usual,
South
we go
Africa
through the
maybe?
formats,
And then he goes, yeah,
we
South
will
Africa. He goes, close enough.
reintroduce,
Like, brother,
Group A
he just
today,
capitalized
just
South
to
Africa and
of
you
course
didn't. Like,
giving
is
you
that
a
like is that not
and
close
more
enough?
GPX that we'll be playing throughout the day.
Yeah, speaking of Group A, they've been quiet for quite a bit now, and yesterday we saw how big of a difference between the gap of
Yeah, it was
DZ
good
still
love.
standing at #1 spot, and also Zerja. I mean, like, DX being pushed down, but Zerja on the other
Alright,
hand
chat.
has been surprised
Chat, let's go look at
two
something real
days
quick.
performance.
Let's
And
go
I'm not sure how long can they stay at
Wikipedia
#1
PUBG
because
Mobile.
there have been a lot
Alright.
of interchangeable
Chat, name a better
seats
duo than me and
between
Wikipedia right now.
Vampires,
Alright.
DX, and also Zerja.
Alright.
But in case you guys just join us, this is what happening and how the
Do
format
you
will
see
be.
Zarya keeping their lead,
Same
guys?
as before. We got 20 teams divided into 5
This guy needs to
different
fix
groups,
his mic. His mic
and
is so
groups
bad.
will play in
I
the
need her to
round
talk
robin
the entire
format.
time.
Every week we will reshuffle the group according to their current standing of the week. And from after 3 weeks,
Oh,
we'll
this is cool. It
find out
changes the
who
groups based
of
on
our
how they
top 16
play.
teams who will go on to the
That
grand
is
finals play on the 25th to 27th of August for the total prize pool
Huh.
of $250,000 US.
That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, so you're going to
But
be
you
able
have
to
Infinity
meet
right here,
of,
63
prize
points in
pool
there
up
in
there, but at the
seventh with
same
only
time, when it comes
6
to the
games played.
points, don't forget also the
Like if you did the math, they would be
dates when
at
it comes to
226
the
points if
5th
they
to
averaged the
7th
same
of
day they had
August.
today. So that
It
would
will
put
be
them
the
way
grand
ahead. Do you
finals
think
on
that's
ground
possible?
in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia at Sunway Velocity Mall. If you guys happen to be there, just join us on ground. I mean, like me and Club won't be there.
Also,
but when it
Bean's
comes to
doing
the
pretty good.
ranking
Bean would
points,
be like,
Howell
you know,
will be in the grand finals
third.
as well. Each
RQ
week we
would be
will
in
be given
fourth.
all the teams, not we, the team will be given.
Yeah,
Based on their
very
weekly points and weekly ranking
What's y'all's opinion
statuses
on
for their each
Vampire Esports in
point
third right
will be
now?
rewarding by their own placement, where first place do get 20 points, down to the last place will ended up with only 1 point, and all the accumulated points will be bring forward towards the grand
Who is
final
DM?
as
I'm
their
getting so many
initial
DMs
points,
right now.
where 50% of the 3 weeks league ranking points will be the team's initial bonus points in the finals later. So it's a big advantage for these guys to really push forward every
What's
single week.
XG awake at like fucking 5
Yeah, it's
a.m.,
basically
dog?
the starting
Super.
point. So these will be the motivation for the teams to gain as many points as possible as they head through onto the grand finals. But of course, it is still fairly early for talk about the grand finals.
Which
Because we're
rotations are
still in
sitting
week
at?
one,
Yo,
and we are
Mario,
pretty
that
much in
$10
the middle of
donut,
week
W shit,
now.
W shit.
And
Thank you for the $10
to
donut.
introduce our participating teams, as you can see here on screen, Group A will be back playing, and Group A represent Moth GPX, Uno Alliance, Box Gaming, and wow, Genesis E was the team that always clash with another team in almost every round.
Wait, I
Group
don't know who's
C
not
today will
playing.
be taking
I
a
don't
break.
remember which one
Boom,
he said.
Esports, 7-9, Vampire Esports, and PE.
Yeah, but now speaking
With another team in almost every
7-9.
round. Group C today will be taking a break.
Wait.
always clash with another team in almost every round. Group C today will be taking a break.
Group C. Okay, so we don't have any vampire. What the hell, man?
But they're standing at 6th place after such a tragedy yesterday.
Dude, Chad,
where
imagine
3
dropping
maps in
8
a row,
points
they ended
total.
up
Holy
with a
shit,
0 due to Vampires rivalry and a bit of a love story between
Dude,
them.
RQ just
Taking
said
loss and
fuck everything,
Vampires.
just killed
But today
people. What? They
Vampires
have
will not
35
be
kills
playing.
and
This
7
open up
placing
the
points.
spot for someone else like Sem9 Boon and even Psg
That is
Evos
wild.
to get themselves in the 3rd place.
So at least today, Psg
guys are better
should
than
have
I
a
said,
better day, especially
See, if this guy just
they,
had a better
for
mic,
some
his
reason,
mic sounds
they
like
really wanted La Bendita,
really
but
bad, you know what I
that's where Pam Spot is, and well, today they can definitely take La Bendita for themselves. Not going to be an issue. Even if return to lost, that's fine as well. But that will be the Miramar game, the last 2 games today. What will be the focus as well? Will be the
All right, I
teams
need Alter
on
Ego
the
to do
second
good
half.
today.
We got Team C playing, we got DBD playing. They're still at
What
the
is this?
bottom, so they'll be looking to come out that
oh,
bottom
tougher
spot.
damage.
Speaking of not so bottom, we do have a top 4 damage, which is going to be the top 4 teams. The Vampires do actually dish out the most out of all
2-2
the 4
lobby now?
teams.
I mean, you
across
still
the
got
sport.
Seals, so 2
15,000 with
How you
1,000
doing, homie?
difference of damage, which is going to be the Xavier's next. Was Zerja surprisingly,
Dude,
though
yeah,
they are super
how's
aggressive,
HH24
but they're
doing?
playing as a lot of 3rd party now. They are not
Is he
standing at number 1
washed?
spot, but instead
he carrying
at
y'all?
the 3rd place. Well, boom. Regardless of how they are not actually in the top 3, but still dish out quite a number of damage down there.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of. But what you know what interests me
Yo,
is
I'm
that
a little
Sersha actually
sleepy,
got a
chat.
lot
I'm gonna go
of
night-night.
placement points as well. But they are not like, they're even behind like these players, so that kind of surprises me. But I think that's also because they're really smart at stealing eliminations from afar. And I do see the gap between them and Boom is quite big, about 3,000 damage. And today Boom isn't
Head to
playing,
head,
so Sersha
Megamind?
can pull away
Ooh.
from Boom. That not the most
Top 8
important
from Halo,
stats,
face
but
top 8 of
it's
PO,
like, at least it's fun
That's gonna be
to
fire, Loki.
Now, we did talk about Lobby before when it comes to that interview. He's a very humble guy, very supportive of his team as well. We do have Serge and Megamind as a head-to-head between these 2 players. So far, Megamind do have more eliminations compared to Lobby. But when it comes to damage, of average damage being dished out, you have to give it to the side of Lobby. Yesterday has been one of their best performances, especially coming up from Lobby. Grenade,
Dude,
these 2 guys
top
not really
8.
into
This is gonna be
Grenade
like the
as
best
much,
team
but when
I've
it comes to
seen.
team
There's
contribution,
been
pretty much almost similar. But
top 8
I
from
have
here,
to say, between
top 8
Megamind
from
and
China
Lobby, so
did.
far I do prefer Megamind more,
That's
but
gonna be so
Lobby will
fucking
surprise
gas.
us in the game.
Yeah, Megamind has a lot of experience. He has played with big teams.
Yo, I
before
don't know if
this.
it's just me, but this guy's
Lobby,
mechanics look
new
insane. Or is it just like a
player,
spectator?
He came from amateur for this straight into the.
Like, I think it's the spectator,
and-
but this guy's mechanics looks fucking like PC mechanics, dude.
But I have this in the game.
Like, look.
Yeah, Megamind has.
Why
a
does
lot
it look
of
like he
experience.
just moves so
has
fast
played
and,
with
like,
big
fluently?
teams before this. But Lobby,
I really think it's just a
new
spectator,
player,
like, perspective, but, like, that should just look, like, insane.
looking good so far for the Infinity. But before we talk about
hello.
more of the teams, let's check out the recap of yesterday's. Sersha, Xavier, Psg was currently our top teams.
Well, this is going to be the team that we'll be eyeing out for. Surprising. A lot of Vampires will not be playing it today, even though Psg Evos is there. And this is the opportunity.
this one?
Today is the opportunity for Psg Evos really push up their numbers since Vampires not
Bro
playing.
had 9
so
bullets
nobody
left
was
when he
chasing
killed him. What
their
the hell?
tails this time. All they need to do just focus
Yo, this
their own
guy's
game and just do
licking
whatever
on
they
him, bro.
need to do
Jesus.
to push himself up there. While on the side of Sersha, I mean, like, this is a team that not on everyone's radar. Yeah, we do know for a fact
That
there's
is
a lot
such a
of fan base
huge
out
nade
there
right there.
for the
What
side
the
of
fuck?
Sersha, but can they maintain number 1 spot? That's the bigger question. Same goes for the side of the Xaviers, because we do know for a fact the league is going to be a long marathon league. It's all about the stamina for these guys.
That Vagabond's
Yeah,
guys
it's
cracked.
not how you perform on day 1, it's how the score is at the end of week number 3 at least to the
Listen,
starting
guy,
points in the grand finals later
You
on.
sleep
So
yet?
that
No, I
is
have
where
not slept yet.
it all
Remember the
counts.
Donnie?
And as usual, today's matches gonna be the same,
Everton
ladies
6A,
and
thank
gentlemen. We're gonna start off with Sandhawk and we're gonna play 3 Erangles. But after the second Erangle, we're gonna take an extended for our players to recuperate themselves before we continue on journey with the 5 Erangle today. And we'll get back onto Miramar.
Yeah, I need to, like, do some push-ups or some shit, chat. Like, I don't know, like, hit some weights real quick.
Because
We'll sleep
Vampire
already,
Esports
bro.
round.
It's only 5 a.m.
I think they're going to be happy about all the maps here today for the side of Psg.
5 a.m.'s late work for a guy like
You
me,
know,
right?
the
Like,
drama
I should go
between
stay
those
up
two
like
teams,
12
the
hours
rivalry
from now.
is just incredible. But you guys don't forget, as per usual, we're going to remind you every single day. There's gonna be an exclusive PMSL skin.
Alright,
for
I have a
you
tournament
guys to
tonight. I'm
grab
not sure if I'm
on
able to
during
stream it or not,
only this
but if I
season. Nothing
can
more,
stream it, I
nothing
will
less,
stream
and
it
this
for
is
you
the
guys.
time for you to push yourself to get this, because it's the first ever exclusive PMSL skin for you guys.
Yeah, I guess we always talk about like the Dream Chaser, which is this suit, the mask, gun skin, as well as 16 so often that on my regular channels that I usually watch podcasts, random podcasts, it came out a podcast about dreams. I don't know, is it like something to do with us keep talking about dreams and dreams and dreams? So if you don't want to dream about it, I get it. So you don't need to dream about it, and it'll be of you.
Dream about
Wow.
it. What is he talking about?
It is still here in the PMSL city.
Yeah, speaking of another thing is here, since last year, over a year, we've been waiting for this. It's going to be the Dragon Ball Super Battle Royale mode available for you guys right now. Be the hero that you always wanted to be. You can
Chad,
fly
don't
in
be the hero
game
you
as
always want
well.
to be.
As long as you play this
This
mode
will be
right
the
now, only
4
a
to 6
limited
hours? Yeah,
amount of
nah.
time will be
Should I sleep?
available. And
Nah.
don't forget to, do
You haven't
some
slept yet? No, I
content
haven't
about
slept
it,
yet.
record it, and just let us see your gameplay and take us sometimes, yeah?
Yeah, I happen to see
So I
content
fast
on
forward
some
watching the
recording
whole thing
about
in 1
doing
hour.
a challenge of winning
Yeah,
7
but that's
in a
so
row.
fun. I gotta
and
watch
then
it live, you know?
completing
It's
some
more.
other
I like.
challenge
I'd
after
rather
that.
watch it
I'll
live.
put the
I like
video
not knowing who
on
wins.
Show. But this is something that check out in game as well, which is the Dandy Grooster that currently excites the battleground, which is the new ultimate set, and it seems that almost every tournament that we have, we will have a new ultimate set. This time, this is the one that comes with the huge box here. I hope that if you get this box set, you guys hide it from your opponent, because it might be a little bit obvious from long range.
I mean, like, maybe it can be debate for the team if you happen to be wearing this set as well, and why not? I mean, like, if you are bold enough to be the most flashiest guy there is, you can take up the challenge you want.
Guys, don't nade
like
yourselves.
how we saw early on yesterday.
Oh, Pmsl, so I had no idea who wins.
Yesterday, possibly. Or
Dude, I always check the
yesterday
scores,
when
and I'm also on a server where like they post all the scores.
before.
And I
speaking
can't
of
leave the server
today's
because I do stuff on the
performance,
server,
we do
so
have
like I
our
always see that
predictions ready
shit.
up for us as well. Don't know if we will jinx the team or not, but I'm looking forward for GE today, since we saw them last time in day number 1. They were incredible. RRQ, no questions asked, because yesterday has been crazy enough for them. But CJ Evo, surprisingly, we both are rooting up for them. I mean, like, we both want them to do well today, since Vampire Esports not playing, right?
Yeah, actually, I kind of thought about that too, because yeah, Triple Chicken Dinner, the only Vampire Esports standing between them and getting more points, so I do expect to be able to do well today. But for more GPX, at this point, at number 20, of course, to be fair, they didn't play yesterday, so they need to come back today. As for Team Secret, they are currently at number 17, also in the bottom 4. They got their first chicken dinner yesterday. Unfortunately, after that, they went out too soon and didn't get any points at number 13, no eliminations. So it will be something that they'll be looking forward to do the comeback as well. Who knows? This could be one of the surprises that can come up with a last-minute run to get back up safely.
It's kind of true. Yesterday, Team Secret, they managed to score 1
You're there in the
chicken,
lobby?
be-
Or in the-
before we
the
ended up the entire
playing area?
day in the very last minute, and second last game, if I'm not mistaken, or third last game. But yesterday was really tough for most of the teams down there. Speaking of Morph, by the way, Morph have been resting.
can't tell if they're in the lobby or
entire
not.
game number 2, so this is their opportunity to show what they are made of. Standing at the 20th spot right now is the start of the day. Don't forget about the rivalry between GE and Box as well.
GE, Box Gaming, inside San Martin or Miramar.
Is your
That
Vapor was
means for
hunting
teams that knowing
PG
that both teams
last
are
year
playing
games?
today, they will move
Damn, why are
away
they
from
hunting them,
Miramar,
bro?
probably going back to the areas of water treatment or so. On top of that, Box
Yeah, not a dick
Gaming
or anything, but
also
Tony kicked
has
out
a
the goat.
with
Yeah, it was a savage. What is this guy's position, bro? This is like insane for your neck, bro. He's like sitting up straight and then looking down.
But Rosok, because Foamy's boss is not playing today, so the Irango.
Yeah, I play like
will be
sitting up
aiming
more,
for,
like
GE to
like he was playing like sitting like this and then looking down. That's gotta hurt your neck after a while.
GE
Like, I'd be
well
moving
as
back.
Xavier. So that will be the first
playing
one
like
we want
this,
to
you know?
see since we're getting Sanhok.
Looks more
And
comfortable.
so far, Sunhawk map. It's so far we've seen it for the past few days here. is always on the north
Chat, real
side.
shit. Have you ever
either
seen my
around
room have like
Hartine or
light in it, bro?
Cal.
Like,
So we'll be
someone
having
mentioned that
also
today. They was
another
like, yo.
northern side of the circle as the start
Bro,
of
there's a
day
cave,
number
and I was
3
like,
because seems like it's
you know,
sort of
maybe-
the
maybe
same
you got a
pattern
point.
repeating itself.
They just
Yeah,
don't
let's
sound
see.
that
If third time's the charm, then you know, of course it benefits a lot
Probably
of
equal
teams
to
at the
20K.
north side. So it benefits DBD.
FaZe is currently in
benefits,
13th, you
the
know.
Seizure Evos,
Well, more
who
like
played today
15th
instead of
because
Hartin
these two teams
without
are from
them
passing probably.
actually stopping them, and it will also benefit.
But they're doing better than
Xavier
Team
versus Dr.
Secret.
Resort.
GG.
So if it goes
No,
up north,
GG's
then
got-
that's cool.
they're
It's
missing
great
a
for
day.
them. But you know what? Today we saw a fight
Never
for
mind.
Geek Fam that might not happen today because Vampire.
They're ahead of one team that hasn't played the other guys. I mean, Morph's probably not going to pass it because, you know, it's Morph. But, yeah, unfortunate.
Now flying into the first game in day number 3 of our PMSL 2023 fall. Looking at a very
LNFN
quite okay
did
sort of
really
a
shit.
flight
Yeah, they
path,
farmed
quite in the
yesterday.
center as
I want
well.
them to keep up the
Going
farm
down to a
because
stun bomb. It's all
they're my
about the
pick'em,
circle.
so
We're gonna have to see.
I need them kind
And
of
also
body.
there might be some teams that are meeting first time each other out as well during this rotation for the grouping. So we might have some clashes early on. But coming up from the southern side, you do have Team Secret, the only team interested taking Kampong. The rest of them, I feel like more want to go around Sami. RIQ might go around Bantai. But speaking of boot camp, will it be crowded or not?
Boot camp, nobody's going to challenge Clan, it seems, so that's going to be okay for them. For Gig, they're not going to Ruins. Instead, it's BTR going there.
That BN and
Instead, Gig takes a nice position around the areas of
BN and Box
Wild
aren't you
Dogs.
fighting?
And now we're going to start it hard and fast. BN
I don't
United
care about either of these teams.
getting on Box Gaming in Painan.
Oh boy, Box Gaming is not GE,
Yeah,
it's
they
gonna be BN United.
rip
One
Box,
or the other.
rip
Box
Quan.
Gaming do have a lot of rivalry as well. It's gonna be Painan. It's heated up as we speak. Max trying to take down Kwang, and they managed to secure. So seems like BN United will have some
These
problems
motherfuckers
here.
are not stopping.
Looks
They're
like
just
it's going to be
W
Box
keyed them.
Gaming, the first team to go out. And that is it. That should be all. Yes, it's all 4 points to BN United. Box Gaming suffered.
Yeah, Box.
Just as
Yo,
how
Box on my
Xavier
list.
did
Hold
in
up.
day number
Hold up, chat.
1
Is Box
immediately
on my
later.
shit?
But speaking about these Xavier, they still have Genesis Esports in Paradise Resort as before.
Yo, does his mic
And
sound laggy
speaking
for everyone
of
else or is it
Paradise
just me?
Resort,
Like,
it's always been a hell so far. Nothing
Your birthday,
too
Daddy?
happy
Oh, okay.
that's happening here.
Thank you,
It's
Tony.
gonna be one team
The
have
battle's
to
mid. Hey,
sacrifice
Beans
to the
actually not
other.
doing that better
And
now.
speaking of GE, at least they still
Malik
managed to
has
survive
BN,
as
so
a
that's good
4
that
as
they're
a
doing
start
it,
there
'cause
with
me and
DS
Doc are
going
doing
for
the
2-2
tournament.
formation, taking more towards
Doc also has
the
Don't
right
Make Dreams.
side
They're doing
of the
fucking
resort
shit, dude.
itself
Unfortunate.
and more towards the eastern side.
He also
While
has
GE
Box, so
taking
it's
more
DN
on
and
the
Box. He
left
has two.
side
Oh,
here.
God. He has
Master
RQ as well.
ET
Dude, he
trying
has a
to
bunch of
get on
shit
those
teams in
elevation
his
to
group,
see
unfortunate.
a glimpse of
But
the
he has Vampire
position, but
twice,
never
so,
mind.
like-
Virgin just overexposed himself with Master Ichi knocking down with that AKM.
Wow, nice flank by Ichi. And they knocked down is one of the new key players.
Go,
Parajin,
go,
counter
beam that
came in
guy.
from Lamborghini, the OG player for
DX
Xavier
from the
to
Snowy
take
P
down
day,
the
yeah.
MVP. That is Ichi. And now 3-3, we're back on even grounds.
Chua go back to the ground floor. West carry on the other end with the UMP. Not pretty much high when it comes to ammunition on their side. From GE, they have to figure out how to finish off Persian. At least they got
Good
one
one, bro.
knockdown. The
That was
numbers
a
on
boost.
their side for the side of GE. Still having a full squad. What DX down to
Was that
3.
grenade?
Nobody can
Where'd
save
he throw that
Persian
into?
at this state. While
Where-
Levi
where-
going for the
was that a nade?
salvation. But we do have
Was it a
new
stun?
contenders coming in. Infinity is running to his side.
Wow. Infinity that has a lot of firepower. They'll be interested to be the third party. And now GE seems to win the fight against D Xavier, thanks to D&D who came in from behind as well. So they kind of did D Xavier a favor. But we'll still need to defend the ground. Parajin is still bleeding out, and it looks like Parajin will be picked up. But oh, wait a second. Looks like he managed to be
Wait, they
saved.
just hit a W key that guy. That's just
Well,
one guy
they
left,
had
right?
it going for the side of GE
They just W key the
before
last guy
they
so they can
extended their
take
stay
the
too
4-4 with the
long.
next team.
They come to third part to finish off all the floor clean,
Uh-huh.
and Master
What?
Smart before he goes down.
What?
They're gonna finish off a couple
Yo,
of players
guys,
from
what's going on? I mean, at least the INF guy got the thirst.
Try to force
That's
them
one of
out,
my
but
teams as
Smart's
well.
pretty low right now. He doesn't have himself first ace to work
Alright,
with.
so whoever wins this
Outside
fight is
going
really
with
good for
1-3
me.
formation coming up from Infinity, who charge in
Actually, wait.
and just gonna own the
don't
place
have
by
DX.
themselves.
Oh, she knocked down as he eliminated West.
I need
Smiles
Infinity
there
White
in the other
here.
room, B just behind Shun. the buying time for his
Wait, that's
teammates.
good. Never mind. Yeah,
And now
fuck that
Smile
team.
will get out by
Yo, that shit didn't start yet?
Oh, wait, it just started.
And that is it for GE.
Like
No
2 minutes
points,
ago.
round number 1.
Oh,
Now
bro.
it's
There's a
between
team
the
like off
Infinity
drop.
and
They
the
actually
Savior.
just got RNG fucked and
Feels
insta
like I'm
wiped
jinxing
like
them.
all 4 of them within
On the
like
side of
30 seconds.
Infinity. This is a huge win
It
for
was the
Chris
15th
Corner,
place
so
team.
4 in
Fortune
the bag.
Valley, they sleeping.
Or the
They
Saviors,
gone
they
probably,
only
dog.
get at least some consolation here with 1, but at heavy casualty.
And then
on
back
this
to the
side,
Alpha Viewer party.
remaining with
I was
only
like,
2 more players
it's in
left.
10 minutes, bro. You ain't
Vi
lasting
and
that
the
long.
others trying to not to move a
Who said
muscle,
that?
not even
Valak.
an inch of it, to make sure they were not making any sort of sound to will not be discovered here. FaZe on the other hand start to fight against Team Secret.
What's
what's
it called? PMSL?
Team
Yeah,
Secret
PMSL.
and FaZe will have a bit of over the
Alright, man.
river
Is there an
battle.
English broadcast?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like it's
there
going to be
is.
long
Yeah,
range,
like,
but they
big
still
English
lost
transfers
the
compared to, like
process.
the other
Rise
Asian
are
tournaments.
pinned down by FaZe Clan.
Yeah, I see it right now.
The good news is that they have separating the both of them, so we don't expect
Vampire
to see
Esports.
It's on a
much
countdown. What are you
left.
talking about?
Plus they are
So
Oh, that's a
countdown?
day ago. What the fuck?
but
That's not
unfortunately,
live.
Brother, I'm like, I'm
Alright, here we
watching it
go.
live right
the
now.
rest of the round
Yeah,
without Ultra,
nah.
who are their
Is that
top
Valak? No, that's
eliminated.
Zuka.
Side of FaZe. Yesterday we saw how they start to change their lineup with Trace coming in. Definitely already shows some result here when it comes to day number 3. Side of Team Secret, they got themselves a first ever chicken yesterday. Feels like a momentum have to put on hold for now. See
Oh,
the
I'm so
evil,
glad the Misery
significant
can't trace.
bias. Now
Wait,
they
what the
start
fuck
to
just happened?
open fire, going wild. Misery start
Yo,
to
what?
challenge Lobby, but Lobby prepared for that. Taking a head on and
Who's the
finish off
best team in
Misery
here?
in an instant. And CJ Evils is not prepared for
I'll say,
this
like, DX
fight.
is
A
the
bit
best
later
team.
for their follow-up. But
Isn't
we do have
AE good, though?
Infinity a bit
Yeah,
segregated
A usually
against
good, but they're not doing
DVD
that good
even.
right
Oh
now.
wow, the Infinity.
Yeah, I
How
see
many
that.
teams are they
It'd
fighting
be
at
like
the same
them,
time? It was
Infinity.
these at some point, and then Precision Evos, and now DBD. My
PJ.
goodness, all the teams getting around
Those are
Paradise
like the top
Resort.
teams.
We got Jet
FaZe is doing
resetting
bad,
himself,
too.
DBD
FaZe
still
always does bad.
maintaining
They're like
full
ass.
squad as they secure
They're having
3
good teams.
elimination points as a start, and 2 of them from the Infinity.
What's your, what's the
Potentially,
time on your zone?
Infinity will lose Lobby, and yes,
103,
the Savior
102,
Levi will be
101.
happy
Alright, I'm gonna
with
wait.
point.
Keep saying it.
Alright, 59,
It's gonna be
58.
just start
7,
life on the side of
56,
Infinity. This is not
55,
great for Infinity
4,
and the side of
3,
feels like they're sharing the same
52,
boat as
1,
GE now. 2
50,
teams out in
49.
such
Yeah,
an
where you at?
instant, such a swift
Alright, I'm good now.
manner.
I was at
It's like,
51.
damn.
I was
like, goddamn, bro.
Down on his knees as well. And
I was
finish
gonna
off
see how long
as
you-
quick as
I
possible.
was like, it's
Surge,
been
if
15
they're
fucking
second at
seconds,
number
so you
one,
ain't that
they're
far
not
ahead.
safe either. Now going in rotation towards the side of Team Secret,
Was
just
having
knocking
broke
on
out for
their
the stream.
door, but
Oh,
TS greeted
Jesus
them
Christ,
warmly and
yes.
finish off another big player of Zerja.
That's what you like to see,
which
bro.
could
No
be
DBS.
a
Oh my
Z,
god,
but
that
at
quick
the
peek
same
was
time,
nice.
TS taking the fight as well.
Oh, he
But
got
Team
not anymore.
Secret
Oh, there
still
you go.
struggle and try.
This Shopper guy's like
Wow,
like his
yesterday,
first time
Precision
playing in a big
eliminated Team
tournament.
Secret.
And
Now,
he apparently he's
this
like
guy
a
good, they
demon.
are defending their
His
ground
team
well.
defends
Knocking
first.
out Megamind.
Oh no,
And
Zia.
only leaving Chopper alone on the outside with 50% of health left. Chopper,
Just
what
him
can
now.
you
Yeah, he
do
got
about
faded.
it? Looks like nothing much. As Team Secret got some help from the Pickle. He will
Of course,
take
this
down
guy is
Chopper.
DBS. Way to ruin the
RRQ
vibe.
actually coming into their position.
Surprisingly, all the top 4
AD
teams
good fouls last time, it was
remains
very
with only
different.
1
At
or
least
2
they do
players up
4 day
there,
finals
even though they
thing.
will try to
Brother
push
has
themselves
4
up
mollies.
the rank, but the sucker happened to be down
mean,
south all the way to Sami.
Molly look at the meta when pushing buildings and shit, you know?
Team Secret still
That dude's hot. Look on the
struggling
left.
to
Yeah, he got
stay
none.
Yeah,
against
he was
RRQ.
burning.
Also pretty low when it
That
comes
boy
to
was
HP.
high in that
Maybe only
corner.
one
Yeah,
last
DBS
player
too.
will
Oh,
start
it's
trying to
over.
revive Zai. It's gonna be
Not
the
another
Pekko
molly. Come
cooking
on,
up
bro.
the
That's
molly.
low blow.
Tried to toss it, cancelled out
threw-
last
oh, he
minute,
threw it in the
access and
corner
no
thinking they were
bleeding
there.
out, while Zral tried to revive his
Jump
teammate
shot.
Pekko, going the other way round, hoping to clip him down, but RRQ
Bro, his
in
teammate's
trouble,
blocking him, he has no
because right
idea.
now FaZe is taking a bullet for their side too.
Oh, Zral not given space
Ego,
to
no
his
balls.
teammate, unfortunately. He needs to win the fight before
All
he
it
can
takes
do
is
so.
one shot from either of them.
His teammate's calling
Oh,
him
God.
out at the same
I think
time.
it's both reloads.
His
Oh, my
opponent
God.
wants to take him out as the Pekko with the DBS in hand. The Pekko is also the last man
This is
standing
so
for
intense, bro.
RRQ, so he cannot lose this fight. Still with the DBS in hand.
Yo,
The
no
door
one's
is
landed
closed,
a
so the
single
Pekko
bullet,
actually
dude.
could be
Oh, he
Oh,
got it.
now.
Jesus,
The Pekko
bro.
jump shot takes out Zral,
Yeah,
and
he needs to revive the other
RRQ
dude.
wins the fight.
No time for RRQ to reset.
He's
now
not
because
getting him.
FaZe is
Oh,
just
no way he
moving
dies,
aside.
right? Oh, I was about to
It's
say.
a very
They
limited
switched, bro.
amount
Imagine
of
the other dude dies
opportunity
now.
of time.
Holy
For the side
shit.
of an Pekko to revive all his teammates. You have to make it less than a minute to make it happen. But like enough for FaZe, They've been distracted by BN United.
Nexus-
from
Brother, you are not nading
They
across
won't be
mountains.
charging to straight
Yeah,
to
he's got an
RRQ's
arm on him.
compound right now. Because BNU,
He definitely
they're
pulled that
divided
nade
into
out by
one
accident.
formation with Udo
Bro was
Alliance
just
in
seeing where the
between
eyeball was,
FaZe
man.
as well. So
He's
FaZe
like, yeah,
feels like a bit busy right now.
Nah.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
and they will be surrounded by a good number of teams. They have the high ground though, so not sure if they reach.
That's the Infinity team that was in
Just
in,
like what Udo Alliance is
International?
doing right now.
The
Pretty
PMWI?
happy with the high ground they have.
I
But
don't think
we are
Infinity
at
was in
stage
PMWI.
2, so
Yeah, they were.
there's
No,
still,
different thing. There's two
a
Infinities.
lot of movement.
There's
is
Infinity
needed to
IQ and
make
Infinity.
As we
Oh,
see
okay.
Like, way
stage
better.
number 3. FaZe Clan being
They were,
Yeah.
they were in like
in case
Worlds
they
last
make
year, I
an
think.
Exit, so
They
they're taking
did place like
advantage
around
of
like
it.
30th, I think.
Of DJ EVOS. Oh, they lost 2 early on already.
And this is the first game of this day? Holy shit, bro. That team had 8 points in a whole day.
Just yet.
They had, yeah, they had
Problem
8 points in
is,
6
all the players
games.
don't have enough utilities for them to survive.
Looking
that
like
long.
TMG.
If they were to stay themselves in the blue zone,
There's always a
CTE
Team
was down
G
to
in
2
our
players
region.
here. A lot of teams, the big names up there, having a bit of a heavy casualty, including
I just realized I
Vi
heard
starting
stream
to take
10
a
minutes back.
shower of
Jesus.
fire to a side of Lynx of CJ Evos.
Stream what?
Someone said they had my stream like 10 minutes back.
CJ
So
Evos
they
having the
apologized.
same numbers. Lynx and Zuxi. How did
Zuxi
they
and
want to
Lynx still
rotate to
alive?
the safe zone? Well, we do have a lot
Average
of
elims
spots down there
0.2.
still having a
Holy shit, brother.
4-4
Land some
man.
shots.
including Morph.
That
That's
is
the good
bad.
news for Morph. But aside of the
How do
top
you even
4
get that?
teams,
He has like
not
1
too much.
kill in 6
Ah,
games?
needs to be
No, that
elite,
can't be.
so I'm not sure
No,
where
they
Zuxi
played
is
12
at.
games. So some
At
teams
least he
play
has
12 and
2
some
versus,
play
so he can
6.
still
So he
afford the
has,
tank loop
what?
as of now, taking quite a
kills?
long rotation. A little bit
No,
of
1 in
safer
12
route,
probably.
I think by Camp Alpha into
Right?
Oh, yeah, 'cause it doesn't
No.
go to, it
Ruins
goes to like
Island,
the
where
nearest,
Circle is
like,
set down. For
like
Moa,
10th.
knocked down by Soas. BN United,
So he
who
probably has
came
like
from
1
Paradise
or 2.
Resort, next to FaZe Clan.
1? Would it be 1? No.
FaZe has been hammed down
Chat,
by
someone
2
do
or
the
3
math.
teams in a row now. I'm surprised how sleek
That shit too much
they
work.
can get and how cheeky they can go through all these teams, even though being hammed down since the start. But DX
Outpost
coming in
is like
very
a
late,
Walmart
singers for
Christian event, that's
Infinity coming
wild.
up from the northern side. They might bomb into DBD. There'll be a look, some choke points coming up out of bootcamp for the side of the Xaviers, since DBD just tapped into Painan here. While Morph and Gig's
Hey, he's got a good
Gig
spot.
fam might be coming up a bit of a battle on the southern side.
Here we go. FaZe Clan, low ground. Udo Alliance, high ground.
They got that
Udo
patch
Alliance
difference.
arrive first at the cover. FaZe
Yeah,
Clan
that
just
patch
go
Right through the middle?
there, and
Yup.
FaZe Clan
Yeah.
Unprepared.
Right through
the middle of the 2 houses, nice.
That is wild, by the way.
Knocks down Iftar, and
Yo, how the fuck did FaZe get in the house so quick?
Between the 2 teams now, FaZe Clan only
They
down
crashed
to
the other
2
side of the
players
house.
left. Unfortunately, Iftar
Oh,
will be taken out. Are they looking trouble with 10% of health left? Almost knocked
That could be a
down.
good name.
They somehow still survive.
Bounce it.
Nade in hand.
Did he
into
knock himself?
compound. Are they
No.
look?
No.
I thought he bounced
Another
into
team
it.
crashed it. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Oh, it's just worst
Yeah.
timing possible. It's not done yet. BN United happen to be
How
there
did-
as well.
Dude,
FaZe
what?
just walked
FaZe
in
wiped
the
them with
middle
one
of
nade?
2 teams at the same time. But BN United, surprisingly, even though they are the one that coming in as a third party, they're still having a bit of a trade done. Break on his knees. Yeah, Porsche and Soas trying to find the remaining players of FaZe. But couldn't
Nice
spot
6.
anybody
24th, why are
out
you
due to
awake
the
at
smoke
5:30
that
AM?
being popped out by the side of Onzas and Venturis. But FaZe are left with only 2 players.
He
A
lives
lot
on a
of
farm.
2
The rooster will come up.
players left and a lot of duos there. Back
The
to a side
rooster
of
will come
RRQ,
up.
they're still having a tree. Now trying to
So
take
24
FaZe
Another team
down.
up on this.
After
Holy
one
shit.
fight to
Wait,
the
not to
other,
dick or
and
anything,
on
but
top
why'd you
of
let
that,
Adrian, like,
RRQ, yeah?
you know,
Unlike
body you and
FaZe,
everything?
I'm not sure how much
Like,
resources
it's
they
like
have
top
left.
frag right now, and you aren't.
And now RRQ is going to come in onto FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan only has 2
What a
players.
nade.
That nade from the
Did it
landed
hit?
onto the member of FaZe Clan.
God, that guy won his
That
free.
is Onzens. So Onzens covering himself. Where are they going to go? They are sandwiched between 2 teams now. It'll be scary
FaZe is
if,
just,
in
like,
case
living
the zone
life right
moves
now.
away, and very likely for that to happen.
The guy looks like one.
Back to a side of RRQ, rotating back line. Gig Fam is waiting on the other end. BN United still not willing to stand down as Break going on the rooftop, trying to jump from one building to the other. The Xaviers
what?
spotted on
Dude,
one
24,
player.
so I'm saying, like,
back, it's gonna be
Adrian's your
DBD,
fucking
but
father,
12 with the blue zone and DBD gatekeeping
This guy-
them. Like I mentioned earlier on, this is gonna be the choke point for
Me
the side of
personally,
the
I would've let
Xaviers.
him
It's gonna
out-frag
be a
me if I was,
difficult
like, you know,
task for
actually
them
trying,
to
you
get
know?
away from. Coming out of Painan,
And
but this time it's
I
gonna
wasn't
be
trying and
stage
shit,
3
so, you know, I
and
didn't
the blue
out-frag
will
him.
start to
But
hurt.
you're over
But
here
BN
sweating your
United
balls off and getting
still
bodied
not
by
done
him.
yet against FaZe.
You know, me
FaZe
personally.
leaving only 1 man remaining. Break just finished off Venturas, but still
just came
managed
from
to
the roof
drop
like
a nade
Batman.
before he went down.
This phase dude might as well just push. There's one knock. He's got nothing to lose.
He's got DBS too. Like, how's he actually lose this?
Away from this compound, so these three teams
He's
need
getting
to
pushed
settle
from both
down.
sides.
Back, bro.
And
He's
Baseline
getting
only
pushed from both
defense
sides.
With the DBS in hand, he needs to fend out two teams. Oh man, this is hard for him. The big
That's a
goal
nade?
on the
Oh,
outside.
God,
Tosses the
yep.
nade.
Yep,
It does
they can
connect, and the second nade from has
Well,
will
because I had to make a
eliminate
montage
nonsense.
or else I can't record because this works. Dude,
Dude,
I remember I remember buying a whatever phone I had at the time. It only had 64 gigabytes of storage, and like 20 of it was like PUBG Mobile. And so every time I'd finish a scrim day, I had to like edit my shit.
Dominating Morph as well at least Morph still have a
Now I have a
full
PC
score
with
without
4
any elimination,
terabytes,
but
so
right
like
now
I
BN
just
United have a 6
I don't
and
ever
RQ have a
make
7.
montages because I
But we
just
do
save
have
them all
other
up.
than that, BN United and the rest
Dang,
of
double
the
knock.
not so
Damn.
much still, but BN
Brother,
United
bad
they try to
crash.
aim for more. They
Tight
exploit
stats
the
out.
RQ
You're
vehicle, and
4th right now for
RQ are
MVP
being
ranking
paralyzed,
overall.
left with only one
However,
player
MVP
here.
ranking scout
And I don't think Hexas will want to
calculated.
save the rest of his team.
Agent's number 1, and then like
Pixel
Pixel second, and like
He
a
needs to
Jaguar
flee
member.
with that
Oh!
smoke on
Third.
vehicle, but Morph just waited the other end. What an unfortunate ending for RQ.
24, just to clear your
That was
thumb.
just
Dude, 24,
unfortunate, I must
you need to
say.
get a
I mean,
guy to just
Morph
make you a
GPX
thumbnail,
prepare
right?
for it.
And
Morph
just
prepare
make
for
it like
Big
12
Fam
different
as well,
colors,
knocking
bro.
out Mika.
And just
And
say
now
fuck it,
Big
12
Fam
different
in
colors, you know,
lead
just
a little
randomly
bit.
change
Sonics
them.
is still in the lineup together with Audrey. That means Snipes is still taking a break this time for Bam. And Sonics and Cole, they are still on the outside of the circle. At least today, if we want to talk about Sonics,
First and second
debut
place are
inside
just
of
gabbing the
Cyberpunk
lobby.
was a good debut.
Yeah,
He fight
because
inside
Vampire's
against
sitting out today,
Charlie,
so they
3
have like Vampire's like 90
eliminations
points, I
onto
think.
RQ.
Oh,
So,
Vampire's in here
Captain
too?
Mortar himself as the starting
They got
lineup
90
inside
and
of
6 or 90 and 12?
He has been incredible. I
So
still
what do you mean,
remember
90
his
and 12?
clutches from the day
Infinity
before.
right now, they
Sort
have
of big
63
fan,
in
they didn't
6
have
games,
any
so
sort
they're
of
6 games
consolation.
behind everyone.
Damn.
else. Yeah, they're like,
Michael
they
be
farmed.
left bleeding out as Sonics try to open up the space for the rest of the team by pushing.
I wish you
forward.
would fourth
But
if my
keeping
team was
pressure
5th, because
on
Joey
BN
had like
United.
1 kill in the
Well,
entire
BN
day,
United
so
is a
like you
different
are picking
beast
up the slack, I'm
entirely, with
guessing.
9 eliminations already in the bag. They're not showing any sign of slowing down at all. Just keep hunting for more and gatekeeping GigFam from entering and advancing into the safe zone.
Like I look at your stats
Oh
in
yeah,
this game.
now has a big issue because the zone has arrived. They got BN United with on the other side. Probably BTR, maybe Morph GPX waiting for them. But first, it's going to be United. But between BTR and D Xavier, looks like D Xavier, last player Levi's got eliminated. So
Yo,
they're
Morph
out
could
at
get
number
more
8.
than 1 point per game average.
Back to a side of GigFam.
Yeah, Geek
Still
is
stays in the
dead
blue
right
zone.
here.
There's no way out for Audrey. Down on his knees
Morph
already.
getting
Well,
blessed.
BN United keep them at bay. Porsche keeping the pressure on.
Oh, yeah,
Audrey
he's gonna have a
cannot
good
be
game, too.
saved. This is going to be the 5th stage even.
Where can
More
I
than
buy
1%
people?
of
Sorry,
HP
sorry, too late.
deducted
Roster's locked
every
for this
single
season.
second. It's going to be difficult, impossible task even with what they have right now. Barely got enough to survive with their first aids. And nothing for their throwables. Well, BN United realize they're running low on their resources as well. They want to wrap things up quickly as possible. Spot out maybe BTR players. But at the same time, they have to deal with what's in front of them first.
Here we go. What's in front of them? Let's see here. They got a team on the left. It's going to be BTR. DBD's on the other side. But I think now the focus is GigFam.
So how many
Are
teams
gonna
is in
get
total?
in.
Like
They're surrounded
24 or
by
some shit?
multiple
And they just swapped
Sabres.
like a group of 8?
To the blue and will be knocked
It's what?
down, will
It's
be
20, they do
eliminated.
4.
GigFam only
Yeah,
has
swap
2
out.
players. And
Oh, PMC
it's
is
gonna
here, I
be
think.
a difficult task for them to get into the circle as Paul sees a
I don't know how these
Sonics on
geek
the other
dudes are still
side.
alive. Like, how's
So
it
they
being
know
this
the presence of
yet?
each other.
You should look over.
Right? Barely hanging on, but finally being exploded by that vehicle by Sonix on the other end. Audrey being revived
break
back
is
up his
troll
feet
for
while
you now.
Porsche spotted out the rest of GigFam. Tried to do all the work by himself, but BTR is approaching their side as well. Morph
Best shotgun
planning
of
out
GG's
to
Mythic,
open up
the
more
1
angles and space.
You got
Audrey
1v4
and the
today?
rest, including
I see what
BN
you-
United, struggling in the
You
blue zone,
high?
but it managed to
Brother.
get on one. It's gonna be you high taking a bit of
Did he get tons of?
spruce against the side
think
of
so.
BN United.
Or he got shot in the side,
So
maybe.
else now pushing forward,
They can
just
Sturson.
use whatever structure they have in front. This BN United start to take it out limb by limb without
Mythic
them
also
realizing
violated
they're being
Nova.
too aggressive, forcing the fight too much.
Oh, but I mean, off GPX, so far 3 eliminations. A little bit more and they'll be able to overtake Box King. And if they get the chicken dinner, who knows, maybe DBD, but I think the gap might be a little bit too far. Step by step for Morph GPX. As we talk about Morph GPX
This AE
now,
dude's got balls,
the
bro.
next
He's trying
challenge
1v4.
Ego.
Here they go. Who wins this?
It's going to be prepared for
shitters.
both sides there.
Never mind, they have
Taking
DBS,
off
it doesn't matter who
That's
has the
great.
shitters.
of a trading
I
down,
don't know.
1-1 for both teams.
Yeah,
Both
these
has
guys
one
can just look out
knockdown
the window.
each. Well, Alton now
Why are they
finding out on
like one down
Pepang.
winning?
It's going to be Yuri to do all the work. While the side of Rosemary Ronaldo will still stand for the side of Alton.
Rosemary, that sounds so
DBS
familiar.
in hand. They have to wrap things up
Oh, he got
quickly,
blocked.
but still going to be down to
Yeah.
mano to mano.
No way.
Yoru versus
No
Alma.
way.
But also
Damn.
Ego
This
bowing
dude
out
is
this
He just-
time.
he won before
single-handedly
that?
Leaving
yeah,
off trying
before
with their
Beast.
victory. We're down to a
He
team.
is single-handedly
only
carrying
5
that
of them
team on his
left.
back right now.
Wow,
Holy
the team
shit,
is number
dude.
20 actually taking out the previous PMS champion, Alter Ego.
Rosemary was
Although they
MVP of
suffered
like
heavy
some
casualties,
tournament,
but
like a pretty decent
just
sized
took out the
tournament.
previous champion.
Yeah, I remember I've seen that name
Right,
before.
Mob
He's also in
GPX, the house
PMWI, that
but
team
Victor
was.
and Red Villains now have
Oh, okay, yeah,
BT
that's
on
why I
the
know.
high ground, both of them
Brother,
with
that man had an
the
M4 and the other guy had a
and he's
DBS.
pretty much at the clear.
Beat him. That's crazy.
60 from behind, shoots down Yoru, Mob GPX, one player left.
This is the time to
Yeah.
redeem themselves for CJ Evils, even though they left with
Well,
only a
nothing get
duo.
farmed by a duo.
While BN United,
PJ.
the rest not having a full squad either. All the moves they have is actually just a trio between BTR.
It's a
BN
2v2 though. They
United,
if they're gonna knock, they
that
could win
one
this
last
fight.
player need to hang on to his last
only
life.
one up and
It's
more
gonna
now.
be clean. At the same time, clean in a mass right now. Not
Rosemary
so much
MVP
of
last
cleanliness.
Pmsl?
With the Blues
Yeah.
coming out on the other side as well. Nothing
Really?
favors him
Yeah.
at this time for Morph. But
That's what they're
Suxy
saying.
will keep him at bay
There's
as
also
well.
MVP of, like,
All he
PMRC,
needs to do
the
is just
regional
jump
class
up
thing,
and
I
run himself among the trees.
Zux's
He's
the
trying
only
to
one
do
up
so, or not be
Zuxi.
spotted out just yet. Lucky the structures will cover him
Climb
temporarily,
on top,
but
though, boss.
Zuxi's eyes can see him through like a hawk. But Zuxi been close
Brother
up,
got-
but
oh
look
my
at
God.
his
He got
head.
folded from so
So
far.
was across
DBS
all
trash
the way
now?
downtown.
Bro, that guy's
Almost
still broken.
200
He's landing
meters
shots.
apart. Managed to finish off the last player of CJ Evil.
Oh man, Soas did Cleon the favor there. But now wants to claim
Yeah,
that
he wants
favor.
that
but
kill.
picking up
He's looking
Cleon,
at-
but
he's,
he
like,
can't
looking
find a
at him through
good
the fucking
angle.
trees,
Anyway,
dude.
the circle moved away and close. So focus on getting
Yeah, this team got zone blessed in that compound. Is that
Then the
RQ
challenge.
or BTR?
Because Villains
Yeah,
with a
BTR.
compound. This is going to be huge for BN United.
Back towards side of break. BN United,
That team's
they're
fucked
like
over there.
Zombies, undying.
Yeah, they.
Keep on reviving each other out.
Wait, they're in zone
They've
actually.
got a knock against them. They always be back up there.
Oh, yeah,
BTR
true.
in the
Just shifts to
middle
them one more time, they
between
low-key
these two
win.
Teams here, DBD barely hanging on and still have.
Nah, they just gotta run down whenever
to the
BTR
side.
fights the other
But
team.
BTR do have
Yeah,
the
the second
compound,
BN
yes,
pushes
but they are
BTR,
the center of
They just
attention right
run.
now. So was
And just,
Break
if
start
anyone looks
pushing
at it, they just got a
from both
4-man beat
flank
him.
side or Porsche taking
Never
the
mind.
kill.
Or he gets
DBD
farmed
Or
like
just
that.
get dropped.
Isaac spot out from afar.
Absolutely
It's gonna be
dropped,
Break,
alright.
knocking him down, but lucky they
See,
have
now they're
rocket
fighting, which is when they should
Oh,
go,
the
but you
circle
know.
went about. DBD needs to
Can't.
get down for the high ground. BTR defending against BN United. T-Net will secure the elimination point. And the BN United, only 2 players left.
Give me a
So needs to
SLK and
reset.
4 from the lobby.
He has a first aid. He's still okay. Break behind the stone, but Lapa can't land the molly onto him. By the way, Break
Farmed.
exposes himself.
Yo, how'd this
Lapa
dude
would
get
have
knocked to plays
collect
on,
the
bro?
point.
Just like run.
Jimmy tried to force himself to cross the street, a very
Yeah,
dangerous
it's only
game
taking
here.
so long to like move
Even
there.
though now is the best time for BTR to fight back because DBD have one man
What is
knocked
he
What-
doing?
what
Bro,
is-
celebrating?
last player.
Bro,
celebrating.
Yo, bro, who's
BTR,
in 360s,
They finally
dude?
clutch and finish off, sealing the deal of their chicken in the
Good job,
first
BTR back.
map of day number 3.
And they defend their compound well against BN United, against the
That guy has some chubby cheeks.
It was like 2 teams they had to manage at the same time. So
I meant his facial structure.
in round number 1,
Yeah, that guy right there, yeah, with the dimple.
got it, but it is
That is a mean ass dimple. That's not a dimple. Never mind.
That's definitely not a dimple. That's gotta be like a scar or some shit, dude.
Yeah.
defensive
The other
Like a
guy's got
dimple.
one too.
Very balanced
What is
game
that? Their
for
fucking
BTR.
clan tag? Some shit implanted
tags,
into the
brother.
cheek.
I have to give my respects to BN
Brother.
United fans. They've been running and gunning down. and been
Insomnia,
going
bro.
wild.
You in order to join the
in
team or
their
some
summer
shit?
map. Last time we saw them, I think they already secured themselves double-digit eliminations. It's more than enough than a chicken for
Oh,
them.
24. Let me
outside of
check your-
BTR. They've
check
been
your stats on the
fighting
whatever
for
you
their
call
own
it, the
life out
tides.
there. All they need to do is just survive
Let's
last
see if you hardcore the
long
team today.
enough. But here
Like
comes
AG.
our MVP. It's going to be Lapa with
24
2
most kills,
eliminations, 502
most damage, she got the most
So
every
far,
time, and everything
I
else.
feel like the entirety of BTR. They
Joey
found
had
their
2 kills,
synchronization,
Chico had
they've been doing
4,
well.
Fierce
Yeah,
had
this lineup seems to be working
what
out
is
for
it,
them,
4, 5, 6
especially
kills?
with player
Did
Lapa,
7.
who transferred from Void from last season, playing with BTR season, doing very well. In fact, during the
Farming.
preseason, he was the top eliminator, Victor Red Villain, so he is showing his value, transferring to his new organization. Now, looking over at the team stats, obviously Lafarge the MVP. Dishing out the
24, you
most
threw
sets
4
with
smokes the
most,
entire day, brother.
with not the most eliminations.
Brother, toss some more
just
smokes.
Sata got the most eliminations.
Threw one a game.
Anyway, he did a lot of work with 502 damage as compared to his other teammates.
Get
To
second this
get
game,
a
11,
total number of
4th,
8
nice.
elimination points. Not the most, but can't complain about a chicken dinner with 8 elimination points.
And so
What do
far,
you
we're
think about
looking at
this?
Keenan have been stepping in since day number 2 here.
We
Definitely
got a
they
6th,
are
5th, 14th,
more
10th.
comfortable with this sort of
Rip the 14th
lineup.
game.
Maybe Voyager will sub in when it comes to Murama map. We have no clue, but
We
so
did
far
it.
Keenan have been fixed in this roster by far for the side of BTR. But this is gonna be our teams to watch this time. Now BN United is the team to really watch out.
BTR
here, because
used
I'm not
one
surprised
smoke,
if
one
they
molly,
can
5
push
days.
themselves up in the top 5 by end
Oh, I
of
forgot
today.
Ten Hawk. Never mind. I was like,
Yeah, I
damn,
want to see
no
how many
smokes.
eliminations they got at the end of the round. Mob GPX seemed interesting as well. I mean, they won against Alter Ego, so that's quite a statement from Mob GPX. We could see guys from the bottom.
Yo, you
teams
should
here,
peep
including BD,
PSF general
did
chat.
decently well. It was just towards the end. The circle was just really tough for them to come down from the high ground and for a BTR to have a clear
The
view
gin
of
chat?
them. So it was really difficult for them.
Yeah, general
to
fruit
get
talk.
past that road onto
Alright, buddy.
BTR. Anyway, BTR with the chicken dinner.
Hey, bro, I had to
But
click on it,
however,
bro.
Why
I
are you
do
so
agree with
fucking thick, though?
United,
Fuck.
they did a lot of work, so they definitely deserve the highlight.
Here we are.
Not just that, when it comes to first
Bro, I'm not hearing you out, bro.
All you gotta do is wax it, you wouldn't know the difference.
Nah, bro, keep your intrusive thoughts to yourself, nigga.
Well, BN United, all they have been doing in this map right now is either gatekeeping or just hunting people down. They never take a break. Too proactive, very active.
Dude, Rosemary got
players
a
and
double
team
knocker to
that
something like
keep
that too, and they
on
still lost.
running and finding their victims just to complete those set of eliminations. And so far, I think they are the highest with a double digit. I'm not sure if there's any other team that could secure a double digit eliminations by far.
This guy
Yeah,
actually
got
just
to see
sauced
the
him so
overall.
hard.
I'll be
Like,
curious
he
and
mechanically
to
dipped
know
him so insanely hard.
If any other team would have made
24, so that
double
was you,
digit.
you're getting
This is
decked,
the
dude.
highlights, and we had to end that highlight with the Morph GPX win against Algo. That was a huge statement as well. And looking over at the teams with the eliminations, looks it's only BN
Morph got
United
11 points in that
with the
one
double
game,
digit
which is
12
almost double what they
eliminations.
got in the 6
Teams
other
are
games
up
they
to
played.
17 points, 1 point behind.
Basically
BTR
just from that
with
wipe
chicken dinner.
in zone.
Yeah.
By the side of DBD, I mean, like a lot of Group B might be the group of death here. If you actually compare with all the performance of each of the teams since yesterday, DBD is up there. Infinity is still on the top 8. Morph now coming in back here, coming in very strong. I think after first day they had the tournament, and then second day they have a bit of a break. That's where they start to reassess the situation, revise their plan, and coming in a bit more stronger, maybe a slightly a buff version of Morph than the first day one. But Zersha, surprisingly, they're staying at 14th place here this time.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's still one round though, and Sanhao is the very circle dependent.
I want to tap in with that, that's
map,
okay.
So a lot of teams
Brother, that guy
who
just
suffer
did the guy with the
from
DBS.
This kind of circle
You were
that
not
went
competing.
onto the
He's
Sami
saucing
or
your
the
shit.
Rue Island. Teams
So
like
fucking
GE,
free,
you
dude.
can see them got eliminated
This is
early
Hyper Tay.
inside
Shut the
Paradise
fuck up,
Resort,
Afro. Your
and
dad left you, buddy.
Box Gaming in Painan. So very early clashes.
Oh, there you
So
go.
that's
Shows the
something
matches
they need
look.
to work on.
Morph
Holy
went
shit,
from
dude.
20th place
Come.
to
But
19th after
here's
that
a
game W,
weekly
should be
ranking
honest.
after that round. Sersha still
BTR went from
unshaken
5th
at
from,
the
like,
top spot
12th that game.
despite
What the
only
fuck?
get 1 point in this round.
You shut
But
up.
we got a big lead from BN United coming on H1, 67 points, and the points gap is not that big. It get up onto probably number 4.
Dude, Infinity is only 4 points from 4th place, and they have like 6 less games than everyone.
Don't have anybody to swap over
That's
first and
lucky wild.
second place here. Possibly up to the 3rd place, yes, but nobody can break into the 100 over digit.
Dude, Donnie, why the fuck you call me
The
daddy?
prize, the closest one to that, they're not playing
Bruh.
here today. So maybe during the
Coach, I'm
second
gonna go
half
find
of
some
the
food
day,
real quick.
match 4, 5, and 6, we get to see somebody breaking the 100 over mark as well, because the one that closes is going to be Cedar Evos, and today their opportunity to do so.
Wow, we are comparing Soas and Yoru. One of the players that really performed for GPX in this round. Both of them got 6 elimination points. And of course, BN, they really started out hard and fast up until the end for a 2nd place finish. The damage, however, favors onto Soas, and the throwables use Soas had a lot more, like 7 against 0. But when we talk about like team contribution, to be Yoru being more of a team player for more GPX this time. And that is what more teams need. They need to play as a team because they need to come out of the bottom 4 together.
It's a very different gameplay between these two players, really. So was more towards the upfront battle and try to just charge in with his throwables and just trying to go for the front line, while Yoru do prefer on the flank side and try to find opportunities to poke the enemies on the side as well. But for a Wrangle performance, it's going to be DX79 Vampires and Procedure Evils. Our Vampires will not be here today, so you do have DX, especially DX, to solidify himself in the top 2 place. And same goes for Xerxia. Procedure Evils, can they cut across the Vampire by end of today? I want to see that, especially when Vampires have to fight against Procedure Evils again. Will Procedure Evils open up the gap between them since Vampires having to break here?
That will be interesting. So Procedure Evils today will be their to really rank in the points since they don't have Procedure Evils. But Sam9 is also taking a break today, so we need that number move for Sam9. However, Home is not playing as well, so Genesis Esports should have Rosa all for themselves. And I don't know, any other team wants to revenge for Boom, but for Genesis Esports, 3 rounds having the free Rosa, they will be glad to be playing today.
But you know what? What else that we have to offer you guys except for nothing more than just the exclusive skins? I mean, this is your tournament as well, guys. Don't forget to like and share the stream because it's your tournament and you guys are one of us too. And it's your time to shine with this flag skin of the exclusive first ever Pmsl skin, the Dream Chaser. If you have a dream, you have to chase for this, and you should chase for the Conqueror spot as well. We're using this set.
Yeah, in fact, a Dream Chaser is one of those, how should I put it? One of those souvenir or something that you like hang around. Like I don't know what's the significance, but you know, some people they like to keep like exotic souvenirs. So that is the name of a Dream Chaser. But the Dream Chaser, of course, in this context, is going to be the suit, mask, and gun skin. But speaking about suit, mask, gun skin, weapons, everything, all complete, you can get the new Royal Pass with the beach and party theme and get all of that. So you have like what? Okay, I mentioned about suit. You have a suit. You have a gun skin. You have a mask. Everything is complete here. If you're feeling like it's summertime right now and you want to get the summer vibes inside, do get it, because while you play the game, you reward yourself at the same time and get a feel of how it is to be in summer inside the game.
It's gonna bring a bit more happier vibe than we used to, but it's gonna be the next one, the all-rounder.
But I think this is PMPL. Well, it's basically PMPL, but it's like super PMPL, you know? So PMPL, but like advanced.
Between the blue and the purple, the galaxy purple.
It's the franchise version of PMPL.
What you call this kind of green?
It doesn't have shitters in the server, basically, you know?
Green? I don't know.
Emerald.
So it's gonna be the jungle mode, or you can go for the sky mode. It's up to you, but it's gonna be a rare occasion for us to have this. But speaking of rare occasion, yeah, we haven't seen Procedure. I'm still waiting.
PUBG Mobile Super League. It's got a franchise team today. Like teams spent like 500K to have their team in this tournament.
There's a lot of teams. I feel like they're not.
And they sign crack
all
teams.
The players. Yeah, maybe they are the secret weapon for the team when it comes to when it's the final week or even during the grand finals.
Yeah, and there's still many more days to go, so I guess they can conserve the substitutes and play later, maybe in week 2 when some of the players start to feel burnout, start to feel tired, and that's where the substitution comes in. But some teams, they do like to make the substitutions. We might see of them after this. But here are again our caster prediction. So
chat, 24 never said he's smart. He's just good at shooting people.
Yet,
okay?
But I'm getting close with more GPX.
These are the casters?
Yeah.
On our side here, both of us. So maybe because we want them to rise up, because yesterday has been the rise of the rise here.
I'm gonna bite my tongue.
GE coming back after the break. Feels like they are hitting a wall. And there's also momentum of their first day as well, since they had the entire break.
Oh, would I have some words for them?
It kind of shows that But it may be just a bit too early for us to say that. Maybe they're just warming up as well for day number 3. Just gotta have to wait and see if it's the official of the Wrangle map here.
So Erangel is going to be the big one, right? Because they have like.
But it's probably like one of
rounds
the best
Erangels
lobbies, like
being
regional
played
wise.
back to back, and it's going to be the most games of this map being played every day. So Erangel will be the map that
Definitely the best other than
teams
China.
really need to take points
Yeah.
in the back. But
There's just like no bad teams.
Going to be happy that Vampire Esports is not playing today. We mentioned it a couple of times. So where will they this time? It will be the question. We might see some of the draw spots
So to get here, let me
change
look real quick.
depending on group swap as well, including a GE. who will
So
be
there
happy
are
to take draws up
16 partner
unless
teams, and
for
all the
some
partner
reason
teams
it
just have
goes
cracked
somewhere else.
rosters because they spend a shit ton of money to get here.
Now, speaking of West Carry,
Mhm.
It's the
Zai
number
will
one
be
team from
heading into
Indonesia, the
game
number one
instead
team
of
from
West
Malaysia, the
Carry,
number one
who's
team from
swapping in
Thailand,
and
Vietnam,
out
and
these
SEA
two
wildcard.
players. But
The only
the one
really
that we
ass
should
team would
watch
probably be
out
like the
for
wild
today
card
is
team.
gonna be Box
That kind of
Gaming.
teams.
It's
And like
always them to actually
TS,
initiate
Team Secret has like a really shit
or
team,
they being ambushed on.
but they've just always been the same.
And GE always love those early
So they got, like, clout.
skirmishes. So maybe they're fighting
What's
each
Peel
other
doing to
out.
make- oh, yeah, I
Maybe they
forgot Peel's
just
on.
start to poke people around. But Team Secret,
Where's Squirt right now?
we can see their synergies getting better compared to day number 1.
Oh yeah,
God
we
damn,
can see
Jack.
them a little bit more coordinated. Just that it was unfortunate they were sandwiched between a couple of teams, and again had research coming into the compound. But maybe after this, with a bigger map, they will be able to coordinate themselves better or be prepared for incoming teams with
So what
more
top
space for them to
teams make it to this?
anticipate
Top
teams crashing into their compound. And team
top 10, right? Nose
they
and second
are
right
still
now.
looking
W
to
shit.
get back out of that.
shit, they won
bottom
3 games
spot.
in a day?
Considering got the chicken dinner yesterday, they definitely need more of that. Let's see if they can get it in Erangel.
PEL started today.
Yeah, PL's been started. Like they're in the loser bracket to make it to the finals right now.
So a bit of a change of the pattern for today when it comes to the circle. Will be the same here when it comes to Erangel. We do have a very southern side of a flight path up north to Severny. And so far when it comes to the first Erangel, it's always on down south sort of a circle. Now since we have a bit of a change in Sunhawk, usually we do have a north circle as a start. And ended up today we do have a southern circle in Sunhawk. So maybe this time we do have a first Erangel on the northern side perhaps. Or maybe still ended up in the southern part.
We've pretty much seen like most of the circle. We haven't seen like a middle circle just yet. So maybe that could be something as well. If NG Gods chooses to go random and come to something that we have not seen yet, that's certainly a possibility. Looking away, I saw the drops.
Dude,
Team
3-4.
Secret,
Why haven't you signed to a
quite a
PL
low
team
map,
yet, buddy?
but they're going back to where their default drop spot is going to be Gakai, it seems. But today we got Bam, and then we got DBD, so Gaka, Quarry, Primos, all that will be quite populated.
Oh shit, it started.
Shogopu, they
W
will be
shit.
another team. It's just that not
Yeah, they start their games
Vampire
pretty quick.
Esports is not playing, so that's going to be empty today. So it's more of like perhaps a not will be a
Look at
little
this
bit
fucking-
more vacant as compared to before. And so happens
MRPX.
side is where the
What are they
circle will
doing?
Feels like a reverse compared to the first 2 days. They're a bit on the northern side. for
Dude,
the first
RNG
two
fight
circles.
Oh, they're
Maybe
ice-
when it
wait.
comes to the later-
No, it's 2v2.
Oh boy, Sergio
3v2.
and Ego sharing the same compound
3v3, I
as
think.
a start when they don't have nothing
Okay,
much
Megamind
to
got
work
mad
with.
low key.
Even this compound will not be enough to supply.
that's your boy,
won't
right,
be
Chopper?
sufficient for 2
Yeah,
teams
Chopper.
here. Now to Ego and both Sergio barely have enough to actually work around. The playing just cutting around the corners, trying to find their
damn, he
victims,
got
but opts
stuffed.
a bit too late now. And there's Z,
Looking for him.
as usual, his reaction just impeccable.
Yeah, with
Dude,
shotgun in hand, so he prayed the right weapon and he got it.
You got a pistol
How
though.
about
Is he
only with a
clutch these?
pistol? Level 1 helmet, level 1 best, very with a pistol as well. So not the most equipped.
That guy got
they're
a
facing up
DBS,
against
yeah, it's a
very
wrap.
It's a high power team that is Sersha Esports.
2v4.
Bro, got a DBS
Oh, they
of
have
an
a
RNG
pistol?
fight.
Micro Uzi, Thompson, Shotgun, M4, they're well wipe out Alter Ego.
Maybe because I don't speak.
For the the side of
Dude, but think
Zerja,
about
I
it.
mean, like Z and also Sharper
Who
has
actually
been
needs to
playing
speak
out of their minds since yesterday.
when you're just a
So
fragger, you
it's
know?
these
Like,
two that doing so much work.
if
and
you
Megamind
just
is
play
cleaning up
perma
the
flank,
mess,
perma
while
off
Arijo
angle,
is the lone wolf
you actually don't
making
need to
so much
comment them, bro.
problems for all the
They
other
just
teams.
play like they're a
On the
three-man and
side
you're
of
just that one
Alter Ego,
rando, you
it's
know?
2 games in a row
And then
now,
boom,
they're having
you're
some
chilling.
difficulties. In the last one, they had some problems as well.
Zero comms needed.
Same goes for this
You could
lack
say
of
zero words at all, just
Potato.
ping
I mean,
shit.
like, this gonna hurt them when it comes
And
to overall
permaflang.
rankings.
Never
It
push
might
with
actually
them.
be
Always
dragged
let them push along.
all the way down beneath 10th place by the end today if this keeps going on.
Yeah, to be below or above 10, Face Clan, Udo Alliance, and maybe RRQ. And if you look at the points, they are close.
Are they splitting gas or are they just all on that side?
Previously, they lost to Mob GPX, and now they lost majority of the players to Sersha, who's the #1 team. And of course, they'll be happy to take the points, so they retain their throne up there. But Alter Ego, that for
Wasn't that box team in All Stars?
Yeah.
Can they retain that?
Okay.
Hope be able to come back because we still got a lot more games to play. The grand finals is where it matters, but you always want to have a good starting point. And for Alter Ego to have 2 games like this, it's hard for them for week.
1 school, 3 apartments. Yeah, they got it.
Just wish for like STE.
But for RRQ, I mean,
Dude,
like, this
I was watching a clip of STE earlier. It's like action 1v3 for the win at PMPL game, and they're all whispering and shit, right? And then he clutches the 1v3.
Quite a number for
and they're just like,
just one day of performance.
Just like quiet as fuck. They're just still whispering. Like none of them even have any reactions.
It's because they expect it, bro.
Like, oh yeah, he 1v3'd again.
I'm looking for the performance.
Right.
As insane as how they did yesterday, will they get themselves to double digit again by many times this time?
Ooh, I'd like to see that though. And
you know, they did 1v3 like a shitter team. It was a pretty ass team.
I mean,
so,
it's
you know,
also a good story
reasonable.
to tell.
It's like
we're able to see
1v3 team GG for the win. You know, and like
so for like the teams at the bottom, it'll be a pretty nice story to tell. Because we always like to see this kind of
South Georgian crates. Like, that's a fucking good ass drop spot. You get that.
GPS, GE, Team Secret, even DDD do well today. At least it will give a good challenge and not a cliche story towards the end. Because like now we are on.
They have like some of the best drop spots.
We got only 2 more days to go before we wrap up week 1. At least we'd like to see like a real chase. Like
Bucks signed the team who got top 2 last Pmsl final.
That'll be pretty nice.
Then why are they in 16th place? Are they some frauds?
Holder, a new one in the next few weeks when it comes to Pmsl as well.
What did they get in All Stars? I think it was like 8th, 9th, 10th around there.
Somewhere around there.
I don't think they were at the bottom.
They're like mid-pack.
And the closest one that can actually break this is still going to be RRQ. And Zersha, on the other hand, has been surprised as us, even though they have not been as aggressive like Vampires or even RRQ.
2 of their best players win DX.
They've been playing very conservatively, at the same time playing as a sidelines as a third party, and then very.
What's your timer at?
2:35.
Asked me coming up from Zersha. But on the side of DX, I love to see them rising back up in the tournament.
Yeah,
now.
Lamborghini's
It's been a while.
insane
I mean, like,
on
almost the entire
DX.
year DX or the Vietnam region entirely has been very quiet. We haven't seen the best of them since a very
I'm at
long time.
19,
So I'm loving the
18,
fact that DX
17.
is coming back
Alright,
into this tournament. Even though they don't have a lot of role swaps on or even new players, they have been incredibly strong bond between those 4 players. Not just that, they're coming back up together as a 4.
Yeah, they only had 1 transfer, that Origin, who used to play for SLD into DZ this time. So has been.
Damn, they went all the way there from rotation company.
But because of that as well, like some of the Vietnamese fans are speaking, that affected Box Gaming, who used to be
you gotta get the most
as
rotations.
SLD before this.
Smoked that AE pack and then
I think
rotated
it's
across
kinda
the fucking
obvious
map.
Right now, DZ and Box Gaming is on the other end, and Origin has yet to be replaced properly. At this point, there's nothing much that Box Gaming can do. They have to deal with whatever they have. But good for DZ.
Those phase
Origin
jerseys are
coming in
clean.
the lineup. It's a big upgrade for them. So they're looking good right now, representing the Vietnamese region.
It's kind of true. BN United and DX. I'm loving what BN United has done over the years. Back then, they were just one of these teams that were rookies back in the days. No one put them under the spotlight. They're always in the middle pack. The middle pack is always the hungriest one because they have a lot more to prove. But there are teams that kind of comfortable in the middle pack and complacent for a bit. You know, every single season they are in the tournament, but barely get to see them in the top 5. Barely get to see them pushing themselves back up there. Unfortunately, Team Secret is one of them these days. On the side of Box Gaming, on the other hand, now playing here with Morph, already jumped up to 15th place. Box sitting at the very bottom as well. But Zersha and DX, I want to see how far can they go. How far can they be stretching up the gap between them and the rest of the teams down there. Back to the side of Team Secret. Now it feels like they have been more proactive after they got themselves that chicken. Definitely a confidence boost coming up from this team. But will it work for them? RRQ taking out on Face Clan on the other hand. Putting in Trace. Do you see any sort of difference by now, Cloud?
Honestly, not really yet. So I think there'll be more games needed for Trace to really prove himself. And start off is RRQ this round.
Dude, he just pulls up, kills one. Like, bro, what?
Talk about Trace. He gets eliminated by Hexas. And for Phase 10, I believe they have only like one left. Momon tries to get away. But No Mercy's being shot at from the other side. Not too sure.
Imagine 100 jerseys. 100 jerseys revive.
On the high ground though, but RRQ taking 2 out of 10, and unfortunately for Trace, not given the opportunity to prove himself this round.
Assar is bleeding now as well, coming out from the side of RRQ. GE, Master Smart coming out from the back line. Geek Fam is passing by. RRQ, they're separated into 2-1 formation right now. Spotted out Smile, wrapping around their thumb. Coming out from Geek Fam, will be taking this opportunity as well, but RRQ still fighting to keep it alive with GE Slim Zai. Zai who just tapping in this time. Did actually work wonderfully well for them. Just finish GE, just obliterate the entire team of RRQ, who used to be one of the teams that's the most aggressive yesterday.
Wow, you give GE the raw salt space, they loot up well to start, and this is what they can do.
The baseball
come in
one
third party, eliminate RRQ, 4 points in the back for GE. So this 3 rounds might be big for GE, as will be expected to have a good start every round in the wrangle.
GE with addition of Zai, I mean, like, it works wonderfully well right now. With a full squad points coming out into GE's pocket. 4 points in the back there. Having the highest by far across the board. But DX Lamborghini just got himself an upgrade of loot when that airdrop just happened to be dropped nearby. Level 3 helmet and vest.
There's no Lamborghinis like,
it's more than enough. It doesn't have that ghillie suit landed on him as well, unfortunately. If not, it'll be working wonderfully well if he can just hide himself within those bushes, those ghillie suit. But on the side of DX, they're trying to secure themselves the position that they need to in the side of a circle, playing the inner circle to gatekeep all the other teams. So Morph Boo Boo, who just giving away his position to a side of Alter Ego, that's going to be the last player of it. Potato needs to survive, and this is not the best place to be at.
Right now. He's living life.
Well, sometimes maybe the least obvious place is the best place. So Potato chooses to go like, okay, I'll just be in the washroom. I'll be parking myself in the toilet. And hopefully no one needs to take a leak, and he should be fine there. Good news, at least he's within the circle, so it's more of just holding his position and to a certain extent pray that nobody really comes there.
Hopefully that's the case, but you know for a fact when there's a bit of overcrowding circle, there must be somebody in the shack there. Somebody will be curious enough to check him out. But back on Yudu Alliance, Spot RB and United happen to be wanting to take the dominance over this compound.
Look at the nade.
But Yudu Alliance would not easily giving them away just like that.
I thought it was.
Taking a bit chip of damage coming out from that grenade. But did look tossing the second one and just flee at the back line. Max, on the other hand, still struggling to just cut across. The Blues start to pressure them in less than a minute. And BN United have to actually push across. But the thing is,
that muscle memory.
The moment they step out of there, they'll have to fight against Box Gaming, waiting on the other end. And the moment all of these 3 teams done, there'll be a lot of gatekeepers in the inner side of the circle.
I don't know, but whoever has that warehouse
moving up north all the way. There's going to be 20% or 30% of water in it.
Yeah, just on the right side of Soverni might be the final battleground unless the circle goes inside Soverni. But speaking of battleground, Infinity and GE, Elmstar with the first knockdown, opening our game. Bernard goes down, Ichi goes down, looks like GE losing players fast they could count.
Damn, they just got smoked.
A bit low right now. He got himself 4 first 8. GE eliminated it, but at least they got himself some consolation of 4 elimination points down there. not going empty-handed this time. A Gig Fam on the other hand, BTR do have those elevations, but Procedure Evil spotted out BTR, which have higher elevation grounds than they do, taking advantage of their situation. Just gonna pin them down from afar with that DP28, while Keenan spotted out the rest of Gig Fam. He is tempted to take them down, but at the same time, Procedure Evil is making it so difficult for them. Just focus on Gig Fam right now.
Ooh, high ground. So where is Gig Fam gonna go now? They step out of the compound. They'll be shot at by BTR.
No way,
looks
right?
like they can manage to get knocked down on their Evos on the other side, but the Procedure Evos, I don't think they'll be phased by that knockdown. They should recover without any issue. The bigger issue is that how is get out of this. But for Potato, oh no, BA United, nature call, and now they are at the toilet.
Nope.
And
TBS to the face.
Every small shack, there must be somebody's hiding. That's the thing about the shacks here. Unfortunately for the side of Alter Ego, they once more ended up in a very worst condition they can be, which can be eliminated early without any points here. We did mention about their last map in Sunhawk. They might actually be dragged down due to their performance here today. Feels like a bit subpar compared to the past 2 days of Alter Ego and compared to last season.
Yeah, PLs. The thing about PLs is like anyone can just not qualify, and anyone can qualify because it's just they're so like equal.
BN United,
and you have like LGD and WG, they're just like way above everyone.
Very confident, very proactive, even trying to find for their victims after one to the other.
WBG or LGD are gonna win PMC this year.
Unstoppable for now.
If they make
Box
it
Gaming still having a go against BTR. I think Procedure Evil still lurking around here somewhere still. Well, Yudu Lion still having some difficulty to breach into this circle. Feels like they have to take a bit longer rotation. Going up north all the way might find Searcher along the process.
Well, going up north looks like going to be a bad decision for them, as they will evade the fight that BTR is currently at the hill. As for Gig, somehow they managed to get away, and they're currently in the middle of the circle, so they're okay for. They just need to defend the ground. But what's not okay is going to be Boss Gaming, still stuck on the outside. BTR pinning them down.
UI spraying, what a clear line of sight. A crispy one coming up from UI. Easily knocked down onto, coming up from Box
No, he
Gaming.
got caught in the open.
We'll
No, he's
off, but
thirsty.
never mind that. Gig Fam coming up from behind. There's always going to be a third party watching out from your back. And Keenan coming up from BT. I'll try to finish off
Damn!
by UI.
Oh, that wasn't him. Was it?
Oh,
no,
last
it was
player
Scar.
of Box.
I was about to
he
say.
hit that shot. I was like, there's no way he
did too.
No more to be seen coming up from Box. Only one more player left. But at the same time, it's too far to be spotted out by the rest of BTR. Like it of goes. I mean, like the shack is always the most obvious place for you to hide as one solo player. Hopefully, it will not be the same case as how it ended up for Alter Ego for the side of Box.
4 men stacked the compound. Oh, they got one across the shed.
By the shack, so
nice.
It definitely gives information to the other teams that
I mean, they're still gonna know how to play without it, you know. They played Pubgm without the crossbow.
Just looking over the shack. That shack might not popular spot since there's like a road in front of him and by the edge of the circle. So it's very likely that teams might not be going there. Instead, for the last player of Box, he will need to go out, and that's where the big challenge will be for him. Crossing the road is never fun.
It's kind of true. Speaking of nothing fun here, especially for DX, Circle have been shifted away from them. Back towards the land here, on top, around just around Severny, in between Stalber. Back on the side of DX, they have
above gas station street, no
just
shot.
Passing across Team Secret and another team easily without any scratch on their faces. I'm surprised nobody tried to challenge them.
Well, I guess because the terrain does favor them. Because they have now the elevation against Team Secret, and Team Secret don't have a clear view of the Xavier. Instead, the Xavier knows that Team Secret is down here, but if they want to change, because there's like a wall, so it's not going to be as easy. So they might want to let go for now, because teams are really close by. If they do so, yes, they probably get points, but the risk of getting third party is there.
Back towards DBD, slowly
approaching
towards the side of the circle, knowing Morph. We're prepared to take the fight. We heard gunfires open up for the side of Morph there. Some of them even cooking up the nade, just in case DBD try to rush into their side. All eyes to the side of DBD right now coming up from Morph, but BN United and goes in, greeted him warmly, Oh boy, that one
Where
man
is he?
squad coming up from Box Gaming will not stand down from fight.
Okay, now that's a signal for Box Gaming to defend. Goes to the
Wait.
one. Can he pull off a big clutch? Okay, he gets the second one. Can he get a third one? Horse in trouble. Won't be able to do it. Gosu got the third one.
Yo.
One more to go. But Gosu secures point. He has only one to come help.
Bruh.
BTR from Bosata.
He absolutely just
The
dicked
party
him.
pooper.
That was the biggest one clutch coming up from Gosu, almost obliterated the entirety of BN United by himself. Gosu's the man, you have to give it to him.
OG had
If
to
it's
win
not because of
PM,
BTR, he
or
might
to get
actually
maybe
won that clutch
second.
1v4 just by
the help
himself
of
again.
Sensor,
But back to a side of Sersha, getting himself
Can
a
you get
fallen
second place?
nation.
The second place
Video
is 100
Alliance
points, which then
will
automatically
be
puts you at like
fallen in the hands of
second overall,
Sersha
right?
here now. Sharper a bit too reckless by tossing those nades, while Video Alliance earlier come out from the flank side. Sersha have to take themselves a bit of a cover before they push forward to the side of Video Alliance, who happen to be inside of the blue zone still.
Oh, Lions only down to Olio, and he has Sersha to deal with. Not only Sersha, another team on the left as well. But now, Morph GPX, 4 elimination points in the so far, needs to save Cleon.
What is bro shooting at, dude?
Nobody's there.
Oh,
Calm
he
down,
doesn't
my
know they
friend.
died yet.
And now we can focus.
He's fighting
revive,
demons.
because
He's
team
literally
defend
just
how to
fighting
get into
ghosts
circle
right now.
next.
Team Secret playing
Did
a
no one on their
1-2
team be like,
formation,
yo,
while
that
trying
team
to work
died,
their way
by the
from
way,
side
they
of
just got
DX with
killed in
1-2-1
kill feed.
formation. Feels like DX's strategy works way better than Team Secret right now. Zerja taking on Udo Alliance. That's going to be last player out. It's going to be them placing themselves at 11th place. We're left with only
Look at the
10
V,
teams
the
here.
car view.
Halfway through the map progress. Less than 2 minutes on. It's going to be stage number 6 where Halter spotted out the jumping player of the
What's
axe.
Lamborghini doing,
You have to
bro?
be aware that CJ will start to close the gap in between the Morph coming out on the other side as well. D-Axe been sandwiched and hammed down.
Damn.
Wow, Pasi was running in as well. And now
That's gonna be a good nade.
Xavier
Throw it.
Pardon, not letting Team Secret go. They want revenge as they lost Lamborghini.
He didn't
Team
knock
Secret
one?
twice
This is like
on
the
this
exact
as
same
well.
zone we
Pardon
had in
resetting.
game 1.
All these teams on the outside. So Sersha are going to come in from the other side, so you got to be careful. Team Secret making their move,
shit.
but unfortunately they'll be
That's a
moving without Puta.
But they're still moving anyway.
Yeah, but they don't
They
know it's
jump up
Lamborghini.
straight to the trees where the hiding spot of DX amongst those smoke. The moment the smoke dissipates, it's a clear view for the side of TS
Oh, you
to
just
clear
lost
them
that.
down, but not so just yet. That nade just now just stops Team Secret from
That nade just
pushing
now
forward.
wasn't even
Even
a
though
nade, it was
DX
a-
being eliminated is actually their own team
Oh.
that make it work for the side of Team Secret.
Yo,
What
why is
is
the streamer so loud?
happening?
My goodness, that was a scrappy
Shit.
one. Not gonna like that vehicle explosion. Oh man, but at least they still have their all as a
Dude,
has
these
a
are
full
eight
squad,
going
so
out.
they
Yeah, they
can
pop.
all reset
They popped off the.
after taking out the rear. But that was super
Lamborghini's
scrappy.
probably the most
My
consistent,
goodness. Oh
like,
no.
self
Oh no.
zero,
Time's
yeah.
not on their side right now to reset because Sersha is behind. But didn't finish shooting from afar.
Spawn is
Take
caring
that
for
one
him,
elimination
dude.
point. Or at
That man's
least a
Spawn's buyout's
knockdown.
gonna be insane.
Team Secret now, they need to move quickly, still on the outside of the zone.
After the accident coming up from Team Secret, fortunate enough there's nobody pushing towards their side. Almost decimate their own team here coming from Team Secret, close enough. Even though they managed to finish off these Xaviers just now. But what a tragedy if they got finished off. But lucky enough that didn't happen. Back to the side of Team Secret, the next contender is going to be Zerja.
Is BN 4-man up?
Triangle mode for their formation. Infinity giving a bit of
no,
a pressure on the
no.
side of CJ. Evil
Did you not see them do the three-piece?
BTR start to force the fight against Zerja across the map. But they
Did you
do
not
have
see that?
Fam to deal with as well.
It was a
What?
solo.
At least
They
Lapas
pushed
still
a
managed
solo,
to
and the solo
knock down
absolutely
Chopper from
fucked them.
afar.
Yeah, Lapa.
The guy at the shed or the guy in the compound?
Chopper
The guy at the
now.
shed. They
Chopper
3-man
feet,
pushed the
but
guy at
not
the shed.
eliminated by
3-piece.
Lapa
Yeah.
just yet. Just more on BTR because they're on the outside. Sersha on the inside of the zone instead. So BTR will move 20 more seconds and now they're on the roll. As for Team Secret, they are surviving as a trio. But LaFaz coming in onto Sersha. Megamind at the forefront. We're trying to stop BTR coming in. Megamind all alone. RNJ's on the revive. Megamind knocked down. RNJ come in next.
UI holding on his dear life with those barricades coming out from the buggy. Keenan taking out on most of the players, but Zerja, Chopper is still there. If Chopper still stand, lucky is RNJ. RNJ is a bit of more lone wolf. If you compare with Shopper, if it versus against SZ at the same time, now that's a headache. Lucky SZ being eliminated quite early on. RNG scored himself a 3 eliminations by himself. Shopper trying to find the rest of BTR. Now spotted out UI, but that lean spray will caught himself off guard. RNJ playing around the smoke. The moment the smoke clears up, it'll be a clear view for Keenan to shut him down. But for now, RNJ do have a bit of a leeway, while Audrey now backstabbing BTR from the sidelines as well. Now, so many eyes on side of BTR. We're down to only 8 teams, but barely have many teams that still having a full squad. But only Infinity and Procedure Evils still standing as a full.
Oh, Momon all alone against Logan. But it's going to be the Infinity now. Taking out Momon, 8 11 points, but Bigatron Red Villas has 10 in the pocket now.
Thank you.
Fortunately, they don't have a full squad. Instead, the Infinity still maintaining full squad, and they are outside the circle. So far unchallenged by the other teams.
Can see the hungriness coming up from Infinity with 8 eliminations of the full squad still standing. Same goes for the side of Procedure Evils, but they only scored 2 eliminations by far. They really need to push themselves up here. If not, they're late into the party. They will not be having enough numbers to push up to the 3rd place or the 4th place later on for the side of
This is
Procedure
almost
Evils.
an identical
BTR,
zone to game 1 of Titan Series, isn't it?
running and gunning. Even though it's just left with 2 players on their side, they're still fighting strong. BN United,
Damn, Infinity is farming
for the entire day here today, since yesterday, 2 days in a row now, quite consistent in getting themselves in the top 6 every single map
If
day.
it shifts off of
although it's only 1 elimination point as of
BJV,
now, but
I
at
think
least like one
Infinity
top 6
wins.
survivability is their key. As Max knocks down style,
One of them just got knocked, so I don't know.
The Infinity break as well as Max is going to get into the zone now. But the only team
Bro's got 4 more nades in the chamber.
Because Geek Fam has been staying quiet, so they probably don't know that Geek Fam's on the right. They just need to be aware that there could be other teams waiting for them in the circle.
Break is playing a very dangerous game. BN United is risking too much as their position. Now they're being forced to fight against Geek Fam, who's just less than 10 meters apart from them. Helton and the rest of Team Secret tried to shut down on Procedure Evils from afar, spotted out Red Face, tried to just tap him over, but the problem is they still have some covers and compound to work with. A very small shack that is, and a very small apartment, but it will work for the side of Procedure Evils for now. BTR La Part try to force Team Secret out of their hiding spot here. They're not taking the bait just yet. Here comes a nade! Clearly close enough, but lucky they still have structures in between them. Cover themselves and never mind, Strahl is finally on the ground.
Oh, nicely done. Knocks down Strahl. That's an opening for BTR to come in. They know they have the opportunity. Helton of these. Rizai gonna be the last man for Team Secret. And BTR not let go. Rizai going over the revive. Okay, he's reviving his teammate up, but Ripface will be the one to take out Hellstead. So that point is gonna be given to Procedure Evos. BTR are still at 12 eliminations, but speaking about elimination, Team Secret eliminated innings.
Dude, BTR is
left with only
have an
5
insane
teams,
amount of point gain after these
CJE
first
was
2
taking
games.
the rooftop. They have the compound, the only compound that exists.
Zuxi peeked this man. Are you scared of him that bad?
Now. Infinity fanning out, spreading wide to open up
brother,
the
you're in a compound. He's in the middle of the open. Just ego. If you get knocked, you get revived.
Trying to find
if you knock him, he
all
don't
the
get
victims
revived.
they needed to break the numbers. While BN United, on the other hand,
break.
still have to cut across Gig Fam since they are running away from Infinity before. And Gig Fam do have these pits and valleys to work around with. They love this kind of deep places that hard to be found and hard to be visualized on the other side. BN United didn't see this pit coming in, so Max
just 1 HP, he's egoing.
well, but Max is
he
too
got
low,
dropped.
and
He
his
got one,
HP, a bit of a trading dub between BN United and
Oh,
Gig Fam right
his
now.
ankles
Breaks
got
it
shot
on
off.
Micah. Micah finished off Max, and Infinity just
Maybe
happened to
lost
be
it.
there as well.
Oh man, the Infinity did Gig Fam a favor by taking out one member of BN United, and now BN United is out. Gig Fam can't reach, but the Infinity know that they're there. Zuxi knows that Logan is behind the tree, nowhere to go. He will give out to the blue. No, he plays the healing game, buying time. But
He wants that.
Tossed by Red Face, and Logan knocked down by legs. That point could be given to Pacific.
Keenan spraying over side of
Dude,
CJ
BTR is
Evos.
farming as a
BTR
duo,
trying to
low-key.
hold their compound, try to hold their ground, stopping Procedure Evos from breaching in. Unfortunately for the side of Infinity, that's going to be the end of the run for this first Erangel map
So
of
let's
the
do one of
day.
those good rare
Kick
IGL
for CJ Evos
Well, you
and
just got
BTR.
beamed right now.
2v3v3.
There's no way.
Facts.
The numbers don't really
What's this,
advantage
two-man,
towards
right?
all the
Like-
others. Zuxi bleeding out at the same time for Pasija Evos. They're leaving with only 2 players. GigFam do have the numbers a bit more. But will it be enough for them? If not being careful, cautious enough coming up from GigFam, being a bit
yeah,
too
there's no way
reckless
Geek
with the
loses,
numbers.
actually. They have, like,
Might actually have to fight
bridges
for
and shit.
only 2 players. It's kind of equal fair ground coming up from all the teams down there. Zuxi finally going out. BTR left with 2 players. Seeing this for side of Pasija. By GigFam. This is a triangle battle at its best.
Oh yeah, whenever there's like 3 teams in the final circle, the theory is always that which team moves first, that team will lose. Everyone's like pretty much holding their ground at this point.
How's it going? What's up, Sky?
But looking,
Dude,
speaking
Sky, why
about
you still,
grounds,
like, at
looking at
6 already
the
up there?
the team
You have
has,
school?
BTR has the elevation against Pasija Evos and GigFam. And speaking about these 2 teams, BTR, Pasija Evos, this is basically the El Clasico inside PMPL Indonesia. So this will be interesting to see which team will get the chicken dinner between the 2. But if GigFam can eliminate both of them, wow, it's going to be a big moment here.
I love these 3 teams as a remainder on the top 3, and not just that. GigFam do have a bit of chemistry with the side of BTR as well. I used to be playing with GigFam back in the days too. So a lot of history for these 3 teams right now to go on against each other till the very last minute. Red face
Jesus,
for down
stand at that
Keenan
tree,
down to
boys,
1
remember.
HP. Left on the side of Keenan, but lucky enough, Red face pulled back in the very last minute, and Keenan managed to just reset himself. This might be a while before we enter into the last stage, and no more circle left.
Bro,
We have a
that
got
man-
close
oh,
by the Blues at
oh,
first.
shit.
That's
Why
gonna
is
be
running in the
for
opening
entire
dead?
team.
Yeah,
That's
he-
tough.
Oh,
He made
killed
that
by
tree just
Audrey
grab,
from
like,
afar
half a
and
second.
eliminated by Damn Fruit. So the point will be given to GigFam. And now GigFam as CJ wants to deal with. Lapar is making his move as well, but CJ was faced with an 8 in hand. GigFam, where are they going to go? They still have B.
Even if BTR still gets like second, that'd be crazy.
Close
it
entirely.
duo?
Everyone's
Like,
really
so
close to
early.
each other. Red face
Oh.
with an 8.
Mhm.
Links will be
Yo.
knocked up by the 3-way boys happening.
I got third.
Oh, he died.
Oh,
Damn.
boy.
It's only
GigFam
3
do
He knocked
have
one, though. He
numbers there,
could
but
get
can
that kill.
put it
Nah,
up
they
to
stole it.
good
Fuck.
use?
Delicious.
This is it. It's all about one
Yep,
more
that's a
player.
wrap.
Red face to be finished off by Audrey, spraying the perfect crosshair. All he needs to do is just toss one hand grenade, and it's done. GigFam secures the chicken dinner in the first Erangel in day 3. PMSL for 2023.
Oh, breaking the 8, they say. GigFam
Damn.
with the chicken dinner. Man, this is great. This is great. So, GigFam getting the chicken dinner finally. I mean, they're one of the favorites coming in with their consistent track record in Southeast Asia in world level. So, GigFam, finally, the fans rejoice. They get the chicken dinner in the PMSL. It took them a while, but at least they got it.
It's kind of true. Hopefully, it will not be a curse of you having the chicken this one, the next one you will be the first one to be out. And well, this time I mentioned it first, but outside of GigFam, they really strive for the chicken dinner. I love how Audrey actually make it up for the MVP. This is the first ever PMSL. We do have Audrey in the lineup for GigFam. He's been doing and jelly so well within the team itself, and it feels like he's filling up the shoes that they needed all as
Match
well. The
MVP.
empty slot,
2
the
kills?
emptiness coming up from GigFam finally being content with the additional.
Yeah, we can feel a juice. So Audrey transferred from GigFam Indonesia.
Something's
to
not adding up here.
known as Livescape. Now still showing
I could be
his
wrong.
work in the
I don't think
PISA
that's
and also the
correct.
Southeast Asia stage for GigFam. And if we talk about travel, it's not they had an easy route into the circle. There were many teams actually pinning them down on the outside. But
Damn, Geek hadn't had a
somehow
full
they
squad
managed
for
to get in.
since 9
And
minutes of the
they
game.
played with a full squad for only 9 minutes 28 seconds. That's very different as compared to the other team with a full squad for more than 20 minutes, but they still are able to get the chicken dinner. So this again shows that even though your team has a deficit from very early, getting the chicken dinner is still possible.
You have to give it. Maybe they got the lucky charm from Pasija Evos when they're just working as a trio since the start as well. that was yesterday's history for Side of Procedure Evos. When they had a tree, they can get the chicken. Same goes like Gig Fam here today. Starting off with a tree, feels like they're having a better odd to get themselves those chickens. But Zerja have been very aggressive. Same goes for the side of BN United. Once more, BN United has been running and gunning all this time, and GE, unfortunately, they're having a bit of a tough start when it comes to day number 3. I mean, like their momentum in day number 1 was remarkable. It feels like they start to slow down here when it comes to day number 3.
Well, at least they still got okay enough elimination points. But I think this round, the highlights definitely
Oh my god. Oh my god.
1v3 from BN United. He won all his fights. There you go. Porsche was the lucky take it out until Big Red Villains. I believe it was Sata for just giving him that fake hope at the end. But other than that, as an individual display, that was remarkable.
Good after. Get a life, but
now here comes the numbers.
Out
90 points is actually tied with BTR right now with 14 eliminations. I mean, like the Indonesian teams yesterday and today is all about the double-digit numbers for them. Yesterday was RRQ, today starting off with BTR, 14 eliminations, tied up with the first.
How they have no kills and they had like center compound? They just
we do have for 3 teams, 2 of the Vietnam teams, DX and Box Gaming. Now this, especially for DX, will be detrimental when it comes to overall rankings later.
Yeah, Sersha can definitely pull away from them, and considering that Vampire isn't playing today, so it's still surely going to be Sersha up on top. Alter Ego, since you mentioned about the Indonesian teams, unfortunately for Alter Ego, this is a 0 round for them because they happened to pop into Sersha very early on and they lost the fight compound. So happens Sersha had better weapons, Alter Ego had to work with pistols, so they were put in a very difficult situation, so to speak, and unfortunately no for them in round number 2.
Well, speaking of Zerja, which shutting down on the team, especially Alter Ego in that case just now, they scored themselves 117 for the gap. This is just huge gap between this first, second place and the 4th and 5th. Because the 3rd place Vampire is not playing it today, this is the time for BTI and Procedure Evos will actually overtake the 3rd place anytime now. But the gap between the 1st, 2nd place, nobody is actually breaking triple digit except for these 2.
Yeah, and nobody is actually moving as well on page number 2 after that round. Everyone is still in the same position as they are in page number 2. So we'll need what will happen in the next 4 games that we will be watching throughout the day. 2 more Erangel and 2 more Miramas before we wrap up and see if for sure, number 1, is it still going to be Sersha or maybe the Xavier catching out or maybe some other team pulling up a 6, and who will be at the bottom 4 as well. That will be one of the key criteria because throughout the league, at the end of the day, we will still be eliminating the bottom 4 before we go on to the grand finals.
And not just that, there's a lot more at stake here because the PMGC slot and the PMGC slot for the league and the points will be contributed throughout this tournament as well. So these guys, they have a lot of pressure mounting up their backs just to make sure they can push up to the next stage. And speaking of which, so far, I feel like I'm still waiting for RRQ to push up to 20th sort of elimination, but not yet. But we're going to head back to our host here, Tej Bunny, for the next interview coming up. Who will be? Let's head over to Tej Bunny. Sorry, Cairo.
2 has just ended and we're back with another interview session. And with me right
the
now
fuck
is
is
one
this
of the
dude? This
best
dude looks
coach
like
from
mid-30s.
Indonesia himself here with
The guy on the right?
Coach Cap
the guy in the
from
middle.
Bigatron Red Villain. So congratulations on getting your first winner
His
with
hat is
chicken
fucked,
dinner.
bro.
And your performance over the past 2 days was not that
What did he do to that
have
brim?
implemented
God.
for today's game to
That
see
shit is
key performance
wild.
and scores.
Bro was squeezing that the whole flight.
Ucapin tahniah atas WWCD di match pertama, dan itu secara tidak langsung adalah WWCD pertama buat pasukan BTR. Adakah kamu ada mengimplementasikan hal-hal baru ataupun strategi baru di hari kedua ini supaya bisa lebih bagus lagi skor di hari ketiga ini?
Ada tidak perubahan ada, dan perubahannya dimulai bahkan dari match kedua begitu Erangel pertama.
What's bro on the right looking at him like that?
Perubahan ternyata di metanya kita ajukan adjust di match ketiga.
like chill though.
Jadi overall ada perubahan ada.
So basically there's a lot of changes and adjustment that the coach has been made to the team, and yeah, technically they're trying to get a lot of points for the day 3.
All right, good luck, all the best. So, how do you feel about the current state of the team? In which areas you think your team needs to improve on?
Jadi gimanakah menurut Cap soal kondisi anak-anak sekarang, situasinya, dan what was the question again? Sorry.
In which areas you think your
Dan di manakah titik lemah yang anak-anak harus perbaiki?
Titik lemah sekarang itu adalah ketika ada 1 dari 6 player yang sakit dan 1 itu adalah IGL-nya Genfos. Tapi begitu Genfos hari ini hadir,
Like
yang lain
some
jadi
dog,
terpacu
he
untuk
was
lebih
just
baik lagi
he was
pada
like
saat
look
dimainkan.
and the me and his head tilt too.
So basically, the problem that they have over the past 2 days
Doing the
is
right's like a whole foot
actually
taller
where
than
one
both
of the
those
player
guys.
from the 6 player that they register is actually sick, which is Genfos, and Genfos is the IGL. So, but then when Genfos is already feel a little bit better and come to his venue,
Yo,
it's
we should
already
account,
boost
brother.
the other players' moral, so that
No.
they perform really, really well.
All right. That's a bit heartbreaking news for maybe Bigatron Red Villains fans out there, but then the game needs to go on. So which team or player do you consider your biggest rival? How are you preparing your team to face them?
Oke, jadi player atau tim mana yang kamu ngerasa itu adalah rival terbesar, dan gimana kamu mempersiapin anak-anak buat menghadapi mereka?
Rival terbesar 1, Boom. Ya, apalagi ada Ken di sana gitu. Bagaimana kita mempersiapkannya? Kita udah melakukan persiapan cukup panjang dan saya rasa kali ini kita bisa di atas Boom untuk Pmsl-nya. Kita yakin sekali.
Okay, so basically their biggest rival is actually Boom, is because of the coach Ken. So they already prepared how to be able to beat Boom in this PMSL, and they are pretty confident that they're gonna be on top of Boom.
All right, Ken, watch out. Someone's eyeing on you. Okay, so last question. Since BTR have 2 players, do you think these 2 new players impacted a lot to the team's gameplay?
Jadi penambahan 2 pemain baru di pasukan BTR, yaitu Kenan dan juga Boychill. Apakah menurut seorang coach Coach Cap, mereka ini memberi impact yang sangat besar buat tim?
Saat ini belum terlihat jelas. Untuk preseason terlihat jelas, cuma saat ini belum terlihat sangat-sangat jelas impactnya.
Okay, so basically from the preseason is actually both of the player have give a lot of impact to the team, but then for this PMSL, the coach haven't really see the impact from those 2 players.
All right, they need to step up their game. I think that's a wrap. We can't wait for the 3rd game to start. Back to you guys. Bye-bye.
I'm really sorry, Cairo. I don't forget you, bro. But yeah, interesting. And we talked about Gemforce yesterday, Cloud. He haven't been playing so far. I'm still waiting for him to enter in.
Yeah, I think what Coach Cap said, I can resonate with that because during the preseason tournament, Genforce didn't really perform. So I guess Coach Cap, his interview was really, how should I put it, insightful, I must say. So it's really nice to hear something that is very upfront from Coach Cap. And interesting enough, after all their travels, it seems like Coach Cap has a personal feud with each other. And that will also be very interesting to see whether
There's
both
third-party
Tiago
land
will
turret
be on
starting
top of
today
each other.
in
But
80
at
with
this point,
250k prize pool.
to be fair, that that Boom is a
It's W shit, to be honest, bro.
They're doing.
Isn't that the one that's
pretty
being
okay
streamed on
to
like TV?
Stay on top of Boom.
It's all about matter of time. But really, when it comes to Boom, I mean, lucky enough we don't have Boom today. But speaking of the teams that's not playing, definitely they are at the edge of their seat, biting their nails, waiting for the other teams to take them over. But once they are back here, they will be more motivated and have more drive to actually push forward more than they had before. And speaking of the overall rankings, right, we did mention about the teams that are at the very bottom, including Morph in this case. Feels like they're not doing, I mean, they're doing okay. Not as like they are deeply invisible or not being spotted out, but it just feels like it's not enough yet for them.
Yeah, because the day one wasn't good at all. I mean, they only got like 8 points in 6 matches. So they not only need to do well today because they need to do well today, but they need to do well today because they need to catch up whatever points that they lost in day number 1. 4 more games to more GPX. Still has a lot to work on. But for teams that are performing, they're doing good so far. So our top performers,
Dude, that dude had 1340 damage.
He was literally
Keaton, as
shooting
well as
those
Shirley
underneath.
from the Infinity.
Bro was
So
just
Jake,
shooting everything he saw.
always the reliable player, the youngest player in their lineup, has a lot of firepower, and it's shown through his elimination points, the 5 elimination points that he gathered. Actually, this is Lafar breaking the tiebreaker with more dash, but at the end of the day, it's about the elimination points and the points collected.
Now we're heading towards the next angle before we're heading into a 20-minute break. This is going to be the first half of the day, and we expect the second half will be a lot of swapping done between the players, and we already have an early swap before. If I'm not mistaken, it was coming up from GE. So GE, they had that sort of a swap, and it kind of works for them for now. But heading into the next angle, it's all about the circle, it's all about the flight path. And also when it comes to those early skirmishes, will they start to run and gun again for BN United or not? But what's really matter for you guys right now is gonna be the skin, the exclusive Pmsl skin. We cannot stress enough how limited time the skin will be available for you guys.
Yeah, limited time.
Oh, forget
when we
Chinese
say that
people,
it's the PMSL skin, meaning that the time is now, during the PMSL.
Actually, let's see if we can. They just started thinking about worship for a bit.
比较离谱啊，大部分
Yo, Noah's in first right now? W shit. What the fuck is this circle shift though?
RG 表示你们两兄弟还是会预测呀，你们还是会解说的呀。那这样的话 ，J Team 肯定是马不停蹄的回到自己的老家呀。得看他们的选择了，因为他们现在这个状态呢，我真的不好评价。
Yo, this Chinese team right now has 4 points in 8
昨天
games.
你在
That's
直播间
wild.
是怎么评价的？你现在就评价一下。就他很多时候他
They're
能
averaging
够
a point
判断
every
出
2
来
games.
圈形里面的弱侧，但是他有点摸不清楚自己的节奏，
就是能判断出来。
就是我们如果说看比赛，旁观者清，他是作为比赛的选手，他就当局者迷啊。
总的来讲的话，一些基本的判断还是有的，但是如何根据这些判断做出最优的决策，那就不一定了。但是对于 AZT 来讲的话，确实是在上局比赛来看的话，他可能这个判断上还少一点儿火候。
AZT 挺难的。
我们结合决赛圈看一下，如果 AZT 当时没有和 TT 一样抢城中顺位的话，他当时选择了直进，直接就拿下别墅区东北方向，也就是 NV 最后占的那片大仓。
是的。
那最后的结局是什么样的呢？
决赛圈嘛，
当然我们也不能够马后炮来判断啊，只是说上局 AZT 那个北绕啊太过可惜了。
他是先在最东部强侧的位置停留了一下，然后再选择北绕。
你知道 AZT 让我想起了哪支队伍吗？
哪支
？JDE。
怎么说？
就是当时好像清油还在 JDE 的时候，那个年代有一段时间啊 ，JDE 它的运营感觉呢就和现在的 AZT 是有一点像的。在圈外的时候啊。就正常来讲，你打慢节奏啊，两种情况，要么你对圈形判断非常的准确，要不然的话你有极强的个人推边能力、
团队配合。
那现在来看的话 ，AZT 啊，我建议是可以提速啊，学习像天霸呀这种扎圈中的打法，或者是在前期去争取一些劝架的机会。
但其实这场比赛对于 AZT 来说已经是很难
提不了数
了。他现在跳点是在哪里？水场，周围一圈全是人。你再结合上一场比赛，他跳哪？跳狮城，圈形给北边。这场他跳水场，狮城给圈形给南边。
这人要倒霉了呀！喝凉水都塞牙，
很难受。
用文雅一点的方式来讲，就是麻绳总剪细处断呐。
那倒不如就极限一点，
疯狂一把，
极限4换4。
不一定要，我觉得如果说，因为大家都是职业选手，大家上场都是一板点血。是吧？我真的要4个抓你1、2个的话，你能奈我何？
而且也不排除被以少打多的风险。
但我这个位置是不是 ZY 的载具是出现了一些困难，需要队友支援？
跑车嘛，在这样的一个地形之下是很容易出现类似这种情况的。
但是看他这个样子，
是直接不要了，
直接不要了，应该油也不多了。这也不应该呀，这才刚刚到出城口的位置，
有可能是单纯的不想开跑车。
好。但我觉得跑车其实跑马路还是挺舒服的。
但说实话，沙漠地图里面最让人嫌弃的载具啊，应该就是跑车了。
除非是黄金肌肉跑车，
那也一样，无非就是染了一层皮肤。首先那个跑车，速度快，容易漂移，容易打滑；其次耐久性也不够，
还容易因为底盘低尬在一点比较尴尬的位置上。
沙漠地图又是那种地形非常凹凸不平的，稍微一个不小心可能就卡在那儿了。
其实沙漠地图载具还是很重要的，特别是蹦蹦，你一些高点你没有蹦蹦你上不去。
你像昨天 NV 吃鸡那一把，关键就是 King 的合金龙。
Oh, did not mean to close that. Hold up, did they have play scores here? Right, they have. Beachar in 4th now off those 2 games. Jesus. Dude, 8 and 11th is wild. I need the motherfuckers to like just have one good game real quick.
How about we push it a bit to the extreme? Go to Zaki, where it's not even registered under the circle radar ever. we did get a Pmsl before, right? We got first circle as Zaki, but ended up on top of shooting range. That was like 1 time Zaki. That's it.
Yeah, our best for Zaki was on the side of Zaki in the open area, just on top of North Jogo Pool. So, yeah, that was the best. We have not got a Zaki town circle yet, and if it goes there, really, we're done. We can retire.
Dude, chat, you know what's weird? Is that a lot of zones in like Stalbert area or like down here, but never ends anywhere near Pmsl or Zarki. Same with like Zarki, you have a lot of zones in around here.
Bridge.
But there's never been the Zarki ending.
We haven't got any sort of a bridge circle.
You've had Primorsk endings, you've had Milton Power endings, you have like
I think it's also
endings.
because of the esports mode that
Yeah, that's
similar
true.
to like how the water
for some reason, just
circle is,
never
right? Like,
will,
they
will
not
never
be in
shift
a
to
water
Pmsl
circle
or
because
Zarki.
sports mode.
Sometimes
I think
it'll
it's
go
gonna
up
be
to
the
like
same
the
case
hill
for
right next to
the
North
bridge
George,
as
but
well,
like
because
never
ever since
Zarki.
that was
Yeah,
just-
literally like
we
the
have
hill
never seen,
directly
like, a
below it.
bridge at all.
Uh-huh.
So that could be the case.
Same with like
with this sort of
Pmsl,
mode.
it'll end like on
So
the
we
slope
don't expect to
compounds
see a
below
bridge,
it.
but maybe we can see like, okay,
Yeah.
bridge by the coastline.
True.
That is a possibility.
Aw.
We're gonna get a nice circle.
But you know, we'll get a
but
fucking
middle
island finish
circle
in Miramar
inside
somehow.
of the Pmsl. So this will be a balance.
Brother, that shit was insane. I've never,
That
as
shit
long
was
as I've been
crazy.
playing comp,
Got
I've
very
never
good
had that zone
circles
before.
as well in the
Not a single
Pmsl
time
this
though, that
season.
shit was crazy.
And you asked for it before, like around Gutkai, we got it around there somewhere. But for the side of the teams, there happen to be some sharing of the compound here. GE once more will have some difficulties sharing with RRQ this
That dude
time.
was looting the FVP.
RRQ
Yeah, you know he's
looks like
good.
It's a bit too early for them to
Bro,
hold
that's
the
what?
fight anyhow. So they go for disengagement just
Bro's
to
putting
find
on a
ways
show for the
early
viewers.
and find themselves some looting spot. The other places that nearby.
First trips
they
yesterday,
can
we had
work
like 12
for.
people fist fighting for a US.
Yeah. Okay. What I
That's-
noticed as
that's
well,
wild.
right? Based on that drop, so up north, I believe RRQ like they had a very good spread, and that's also thanks to Vampire Esports not playing today. North Jogo Pool is vacant, so you can see like when Vampire doesn't play, a lot of the teams benefit from some of the small things. Pasija, you need to be worried about them, chasing them down, and then you got like the entire north of Verdi up onto Jogo Pool, up onto Zaki. It's all vacant, so plenty of there for one team, and then you have teams not needing to fear the firepower of Vampire Esports. Can you imagine what happened tomorrow, yesterday when they come in? Probably for the teams, the first thought is like, oh no, Vampire is back. Can they just continue to take a holiday?
It's kind of true. When the impact coming up from Vampire Esports is just huge when it comes to the dynamic of the entirety of the tournament itself. In case you guys just join us, Vampire is not playing here today because they are in different group entirely, but they will be back tomorrow, so no worries about that. We are excited to have them back tomorrow, which is going to be Group A, B, C, D. So Group E will not be playing. DX, Team Secret, Alter Ego, and Sergia will have their last run for today. And then they have 1 day break, which is important for them, especially DX and Sergia, since both teams on the top tier, top 2 right now, will have today as their last map. Last map before heading to day number 5. They need to open the gap even further because tomorrow Vampire will be having a clear day since the top 2 teams will not be playing at all.
Oh yeah, so that is where Vampire can catch up to number 1, number 2, whichever number is close by to them by then. But that also means that if Sersha wants to retain that, they really need to like bang it today. These areas as well doing the same. BTR, like all those teams up there will need to set the benchmark for Vampire Esports where they come back tomorrow. So because we can expect Vampire Esports to continue to be consistent and scary enough. And plus, the break might help them as well because some time to like reset their minds and get back into the zone. So we might see the best of Vampire again tomorrow.
That's kind of true. Yeah, I don't want to predict it way too early, but there's a shot they try to stretch up the gap even further because they got the entire 6 maps just by themselves without Zerja and Xaviers at the same time. The unfortunate about Zerja and DX is both teams will have to take a break tomorrow, and they happen to be in the same group as well. So as long as Group E is not playing, it's a huge opportunity for their teams to take out the first, second spot here. And this is also a big pressure for the side of Zerja and DX to have more with what they have right now. They really need to push up the number as much as they can.
At this position, they're doing not too
in
bad.
the military bridge, which is like 2 teams fighting on the sides.
Kind of okay.
So 4 teams on the bridge
they
fighting.
are still fine. But we start to see signs of some of the other teams like BTR doing pretty decent today. Pmsl just without the inclusion of Vampire Esports, they're showing that, oh, you know what? If there's no other team that like disturbed them from the start or like purposely tried them down, they're able to show that they got like what, a top 3 finish earlier on, 3 top 2 finish in the previous round. So pretty good from Pmsl Esports. But however, they still need to deal with the fact that Vampire Esports is in this. So when Vampire Esports
PGF has
comes
this one,
back,
the 4th place team right now.
In the next few days, tomorrow, to be exact, and they're playing together on the same map. They still need to find a way to deal with it. They cannot just like, oh, hope for this one day and that's fine. Because at the end of the day, both teams will be meeting again in the grand final for all the games.
That's kind of true. That's kind of very true because it's not just that. It's just the first week, by the way. Not just the grand finals. The league itself still have 2 weeks long later on. So they have to find some remedy. They have to find the solution for their break wall problem of vampires coming up from Pmsl Evos. Also, what concerns more for me, it's going to be the Alter Ego side. Now, today will be also Alter Ego not be playing tomorrow. So, since today, like, I think they barely got any points for the entire day now. For the past two maps. So they have to work things out when it comes to what remaining of what have left for the entire day of 4 more maps, including this one. They really have to gain as much point as possible. If not, I'm not surprised anymore if they're being pushed down even to the 13th place later on, if they keep on having this sort of performance on their side here.
Ooh, okay, yeah, the points are close enough though. Like Team Secret is only like what, 18 points away from the Ego. I'm looking as far as, okay, GE 20 points. Oh, it's gonna be a disaster, honestly, if Alter Ego really the bottom 4. I mean, defending champions. I know we're still in week 1. It's very early for this, but if we like look like in the future, right? What if Alter Ego doesn't make it to the grand finals, which is mind blowing, right? This is going to be the first time that we will not see a defending champion able to defend their title in the grand final.
And the only reason we
Does
thought
Bro
about
think
that
A
is
is not going to make the finals though? They're like 8th place right now.
This season
they'd
is
have to try
already
hard not to make
way
the
more
finals.
better than last season. Not just saying about this season performance compared to the last one. Remember how close it was till the very last minute when it comes to who's getting into grand finals or not, who's winning over or not. Because everything starts since day number 1. Yeah, it's still early. Most of us will be saying like, hey, it's just week 1, man. It's just we still have a couple of more weeks to go. But it will drag down their performance later on and drag down their overall ranking if they don't start to push now. We saw it in last season, and we don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Udo Alliance story, right? Like, because of that 1 point difference, they had to succumb to tiebreaker, and they lost the tiebreaker to SLD and the ticket to PMWI. So there are a lot of things that, you know, if you would have looked back at that point, if like you're a Udo Alliance and you look back to say that if we did 1 point better from somewhere, then they would have been in PMWI. So you always don't want to be in the case of if really that round back in week 1 we did something different or we do that mistake or something like that. By the time it's really too late. So like what just it's now you have time and all that, but you don't want to come to a point where the SLD utilize story comes again.
Yeah, the what if and if only word is going to be killing these guys from the inside out, and we don't want them to have to go through that. So they need to push all cylinders out since day one, week one. No matter how much time they have left, they have to treat it like today is their last tournament of the day. They have to give them all their best out there. And speaking of best, it feels like everybody is tipping on their toes. More cautious compared to the last one. It's pretty usual when it comes to the middle match of Erangel, the second map of Erangel, to have a bit of a calm start compared to the third and the first one. But Sergio, as per usual, being very proactive, extremely active team to find all their victims all around. Sergio spotted out Udo Alliance players. Feels like they don't want to resort to violence just yet. They want to go for scouting, try to gather all information needed first before they start to open fire.
Well, what really helped the 64 players to be still alive here is because the circle is nice.
Dude,
it's
no
like a
one's
middle
died so
circle. Last we saw it
It's the
was
most
around
boring game ever.
So it allows like all these teams to like come from multiple directions still be okay, rather than like a circle that's mid to the base is probably the most prominent one that has a lot of choke
Fucking
points.
damn, bro.
Even up north, they are
these
decent
people
amount
be
of
like
choke
NA,
points,
just
so
like
that's
full
why we
city
see a
shit?
lot of early fights. But the opposite of that is that for this kind of nice
first death in the second question?
fourth stage onwards,
Oh, he's
will
driving
be
away.
World War. We'll
Oh,
see fights happening everywhere. But
nice,
speaking about
got
fights,
body.
Udo Alliance pick out 2 points from the top team, Sersha. Ouch! This is opening space, opportunity for D Xavier to take that number 1.
I mean, I'm not taking the credit away from Udo Alliance. It was quite unusual for Sergio to go blindly like that. I thought they do have the information on the side of Geek Fam just now. Or was it Udo Alliance? Sorry. But back to the side of Alter Ego. They're taking a bit of a blue zone. CJ Evil's breathing behind their back. They're literally chasing tail to tail here. CJ Evils, even though they tried to hunt down to a side of Alter Ego, they got chipped down by the blue zone instead, and things looking really dark this time. Well, Pasija Evils, they lost 1 man early on, and the remaining of Pasija Evils still inside of the blue zone, while Alter Ego fights back. They are the one trying to actually corner around Alter Ego, but things have not been successful by far for side of Pasija Evils.
Yeah, Alter Ego has the ground advantage against Pasija. Things trying to get away. Rosemary being shot at from the other side, so a little bit of cover fire from his teammates, Misery, as well as his other teammate, I believe it was Zaxi there. Unfortunately, they might lose Redface, who is on the other side, and they'll need to leave him alone because the zone will start to close in, and it's not going to be worth it to risk life to try to fight against Alter Ego, who has the terrain advantage.
Circle seems to be a bit far from the side. More towards on the left of a map here. GE now start to move as well. They lost Zai quite early on. And Morph cleaning up the mess that's left on the side of GE. Master Ichi is a bit too low now. I feel like GE is not playing like how they used to. They're running away from fights multiple times this time. Cleon on the other hand. Big counter fire across all the way downtown. That's going to be RRQ and DX on the other end. It's a bit of a dangerous game for Cleon to overstay himself.
What's
He
your time
needs
at
to
right now?
build this one out. It's not worth
Hmm?
fighting.
What's your time at right now?
Yeah, plus we're still at 16 teams, right? Definitely not worth
14.
to fight this early unless you find yourself in a clear situation, just like Udo Alliance earlier on. If you go out now, it's going to be 0 points. So not the right time to take big risks just yet. And plus, you still have a decent amount of space to rotate and avoid fights if needed. It's just like in the case of BTR, they're in the compound side of Pachinki, so a lot of space here to work with. It's just that they need to be careful of the abandoned church just outside of Pachinki, because there's another team. Not too sure if they know one's there, because the team up there has yet to reveal themselves. On the outside, we got Alter Ego now, trying to get by Mob GPs, but with GE on the other side.
Side of Alter Ego. Contemplating about what to do next. Here comes Box Gaming, even here already. Feels like they caught themselves in the trap here for GE in the middle of the war zone. All about this random spray to Kwang G or Kwang Mane down on his knees.
On that, man.
Oh, GE. They're just left with one man here. I don't think this is going to be working out for Smile. He's trying to run away from Alter Ego. But at the same time, Box Gaming keep the fire on. Morph is going to be next. And the circle shifted away all the way to as they got feel. Just on the outskirts of Pachinki. Oh boy, this is going to be tough for the side of GE.
Yeah, bouncy hardship circle. This is the trap. But Gig Fam is in the middle of the circle at this point. Box Gaming, stop Alter Ego from coming in. Alter Ego,
Bro has 90 volts, he's spraying some random smokes.
The good news is that Rosemary and Cole, they seem to have a good amount of first ace, 3 first ace, 4 ace should be okay for them for now, but they still need to find a way through.
Blizzard's not helping. The moment they leave this one more from the other side, this is not great. Alter Ego now caught himself in a trap. Being snared in between two teams here. There's no way out. Rosemary down on the ground. Pepang shot him down. Alva going around in circle with that vehicle. Have no clue where to go next. Everywhere they turn to, there'll be somebody waiting on the other side. Kwang is also shooting to the side of Alter Ego. Alter Ego being surrounded. There's no way out. They've been just smothered by these guys with their bullets. And Alva trying to win around this and trying to make just a comeback. But how would the Blues and even smashing them to smithereens? There's no way out for Alter Ego no more. And once more, we talked about Alter Ego. They need to make a comeback here because they've been losing 3 maps in a row now.
Yeah, number 16 this time, but at least better than previous round. They got themselves 3 eliminations. But still, it is Alter Ego that we're talking about. So a lot of expectation from this squad. Seems to be not working out for them. They definitely
Which game is this? Who won previous game? BTR won the game before, and then
what happened to the last season's
Geek won the game before that BTR won.
For this season. Morph on the other hand now shutting down on Box Gaming after
they're
done with Alter Ego's side. BTR on the other hand, Lapar on the ground. Yudo Alliance tried to take away the compound. Tried to capitalize towards these high grounds and these elevation on top of Pachinki, but they're still not inside of the circle. They have to force the fight either. Half of BTR, they have to cut across the lines. While DBD being eliminated out of nowhere, Lapar bleeding out, at least got himself some reset, but only keeping the pressure on Keenan. He knows for a fact the flank is always playing the most pivotal part for the team.
Oh, speaking of pivotal part, Yuhai is one of the pivotal parts for Pikachu Red Village. Going up against Yudo Alliance without a look at this point. O'Leo with a nade onto Yuhai. 50% of health tries to get away. He's sitting on his vehicle. But Yuhai will be naded out by Iftar. And that's going to be it for him. His teammates will be bailing him out. The Keenan as well as Cleon from GPX on the run as well. Look at the amount of teams rotating in the same direction. This is pretty much like the great migrant that we always talk about from previous seasons. Beam eliminated from afar.
Damn.
Smile defending his ground, and he will manage to win this fight. Smile, if he managed that, there's one more to go. DBS Smile makes him smile from here.
No way, he clutched all this by himself there 2 times in a row now. Somebody tried to shag him off the shack, but nobody can actually do so. And Smart be fighting that ground solo-handedly such a long time. It's managed to clutch a couple of eliminations from there on, but the circle happened to be shifting. Yeah, Small still inside of it, and he still got that small shack. Lauren and Sergio also the last player coming up from Sergio's team, but Pasija, Evos, Infinity will coming up from the northern side. Same goes for the side Team Secret with the full squad. BN United got the easiest entry into the circle since nobody else will stop them on the southwest side.
Wow, on the right side, we got 3 teams just next to each other, all of them on the outside of the circle. 20 more seconds, we don't pressure them. D-Xavier, one of them, currently on the lower ground, tries to fight up with some Yudo Alliance at, and will be the next one to go down. Oleo as well. Yudo Alliance only a lap, but D-Xavier finishes them off. Yudo Alliance is out at number 12.
The Axe winning over that side for a bit. Now have to go through RRQ, Nax, and FaZe even. But they do have some gatekeepers on the inner circle waiting for the entry. Can they advance into it or not? Will it be denied entry entirely? RRQ and Peko down to only 2 more players. Never mind, it's down to only Haxas to do the work. FaZe moment, a bit of trading between RRQ and FaZe, but that's just the last of it. Because DX out of nowhere, butting into the business of FaZe versus RRQ. Team Secret is there as well.
I'm probably gonna sleep after these games are over.
Mess.
Wow,
I'm not staying awake that long.
They're in a position they can view the rotation of the other teams around the area, take advantage of it, just like how
Team looks
putting the
so
Hex
strong. Yeah, they
Slash.
are.
And now next it could be Team Secret, D-Xavier, spending time in the side of the circle. Not afraid at all because they're in a prime position. Okay, Onza's moving in here. He has in hand. There's someone in front of him, and Onza's with the DBS. He's prepared for it as he takes out Bobo.
Morph already being eliminated. We're down to 9 teams there with DX taking those elevation. Even though they're not playing inside of a circle, but they use whatever they can and taking advantage as long as they want to. Back to the side of Team Secret. They still have a full squad. They're going around in circle. Rise Eye tried to bait out all the enemy nearby with their positions. Nobody willing to open fire against him, knowing he's just baiting out. But DX will be his next target. Playing a dangerous game between the Putra and and by himself. Not DX today. They should not have it done here. Face is just behind them. Onsen is there as well. What a risky game, jeopardizing the entirety of Team Secret. What were they thinking?
Oh no, not the place to flip that vehicle, but Onsen's eliminated by Putra. Putra still holding his ground now. He has D-Xavier to do it. And unfortunately for Putra, he's on the outside of the circle. Let's put Xavier in the same situation, but D-Xavier has the high ground. Now Putra with the nade onto the high ground to Parajin. Parajin clipped. Parajin still survives, but Putra
Yes, you not see the guy that pulled
fight.
down reps on? What?
For what it's worth, they caught himself in a trap here and got himself in the worst condition
Pros
ever. for
switching
Team
in the low
Secret.
toss. What a guy.
Just got me to phase and
That worked?
Now
What?
DX got those elevations. Easily just toss over those hand grenades.
Yeah, he-
But Lamborghini will be tapped out
you
from
just
afar.
built like that,
Procedure
dog.
Evils.
He's just different,
Here
bro.
they come. Lengths
They're
coming out
getting
from those
farmed,
taps from afar.
He didn't even throw it near him and it hit him, bro. Like, what?
Smoke, blinded them. The shots come out from Procedure Evils. But Team Secret
Yeah,
now
they
being
lost 3
eliminated
players
next.
going down that
As
shit.
Procedure Evils taking the advantage of somebody else's miseries. And they just stand
couldn't win 'cause
quietly
they're gonna be the
still
only team with
inside
a
of a
4-man up 'cause everyone
circle
else is
while
gonna
waiting all the
triple
other
in.
guys to step into it and just stop
Bean
them from
has nowhere to play.
advancing.
Oh, D-Xavier, arguably the toughest entry to circle now. The guy who performed well earlier on, getting the 2
Didn't Geek just
eliminations
win?
from BTR all alone. Smile by the edge of the circle. He can crawl in. He just needs to play that. D-Xavier
They
don't
can take
come
like
his
3rd
way.
place off of this low key.
As for Procedure Evos on the other side, the
They
range
dropped some
pressure
more
onto
kills.
D-Xavier. They'll be looking to steal away more eliminations
trying
from
to wipe
this.
Infinity.
But for BN United, they're
think
getting
Infinity
closer and
just
closer
farmed
to
Bean
the
here.
Infinity. And looks like they want to take this fight.
Actually, no, there's no shooting.
Max already advancing
Okay.
as the front line going in charge against the
Look
side
at
of
spam
Infinity.
dated. Hold up.
Try to stop them from getting, just touching the rim of circle will not be allowed on the side of Infinity here. But BN United, you reap what you sow. You have to be prepared for the fight as well as Infinity.
4-man
loaded
car-
bomb
yo.
down on the side of Max.
Bro, they're
Now
taking
all
our
of them
fucking
down on the
strat
side of
to the
United.
extreme.
This is going south.
It was not
So
worth
BN
it.
United,
It was not the
unfortunately,
correct
Not
strat.
worth it.
It was not the correct strat.
Taking out the entirety of Infinity. It's gone.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, that shit only working in A.
4 elimination points in the
That
bag.
motherfucker's got
Infinity is
bodied
out.
the second they
And now
went up there.
D-Xavier on the outside
My
circle.
God, bro.
Don't know if they know that Smile is
Brother,
behind
you gotta
the
use
shack.
2 cars and 2 gunners, bro. Not 1 car, 3 gunners, bro.
Car was already smoking when they drove the hill. It was over.
Parajin with the second nade into the shack.
Jesus.
This Smile is in trouble, but the second nade will knock it out. Levi's gonna come in with a close quarters combat, but RNJ is gonna smash on the other side. Smile! Smile!
Yeah,
saved
Geek
by
wins this. They're not gonna have
Tesla.
much kills though. That's the only thing.
RNJ, speaking of perfect
I want
timing,
to pick
they
Diggs
were
for the
just
pick 'em thingy, but the
absolutely
points
to
are over. I
perfection
should
when
pick
it comes to his
the
time
I
to
picked
pick
Alter
out.
Egos
At
because
the
I thought
perfect
Alter
moment
Egos was
and
gonna be like a
come
top
down
like
onto
3
as well.
team.
Now RNJ just gonna hold on to that shack just a tiny bit longer while
I
Misery
picked
and Lynx
PJ
can do
EV
the
too,
same
and I also
here
picked
with
the group that they're in.
roofless kind of a shack here, no roof top for them, an open shack, but it's enough to barricade himself for the 4 walls they still have. On the side of Gig Fam, they split it into triangle mode, open up the angles and just widen up this space for them to actually have more grounds. On the side of Serja, RNJ, after that adrenaline rush, he managed to pin down on 2. He wants to go for more, and BN United have to run away from the blue zone. And
Misery?
Damrit just hopped
Misery,
onto that
brother.
buggy, but Misery
Mhm.
not let it go by easily, but lucky enough for the side of
Watch that
Damrit,
man
he's
get
taking
in the
survival
car
the other day.
drive off.
And lucky enough for Gig Fam, they are still a full squad. Sonic putting pressure on the BN United on the other side. Long range spray from ESM4. Reload continues on. BN United, no place to go. There's nothing much they can do in this situation. And the vehicle blown by
Yeah, Geeks just
Zoxy.
wins
Knocks
since
down
they're the
Bricks.
only team that
PNU,
didn't
that's all about
get a
who
fuck
will
from
get the
zone.
point. Either Pasija, EVOS, or Gigfam.
Feels like things getting to unfold for the side of Gig Fam. Even though they try to taunt all the other players to open fires towards them with those vehicles running around the corners. Damn Root managed to reset himself, but still being scouted out by the side of Lynx. That tap will hurt them just tiny bit for now. BN United kind of cowered in one particular angle, clustered up. Audrey running down with Sonics as well. BN United, what a tragedy as the ending.
Rage from Audrey. 62 points in this pocket. Really done by Audrey. Opportunity taken, and now they're getting closer to Smile. That is next to them. The circle, however, shifted away from Gig Fam. And now they need to deal with Smile. Smile probably going to expose himself soon. He's going to toss out the smoke. And now Mika knows that Smile is there. But it's going to be rude. So rude to take the Smile with a name.
Did they lose this?
This feels like it should be Gig Fam's game. Down to only RNJ to make the call. And
PJ
Pasija
got, like,
Evos down to 3 players. Once more, Pasija Evos shown
This,
us they want to maintain
Zarya,
their
dude,
top slot down there and try to
just fucked
push
them
when
over
Vampires
solo.
is not here. So they will try to get themselves as much consistency as possible.
This
Instead
guy
of
has
Misery,
no
keep tapping
ammo.
on Mini 14. But the problem is the reserve ammunition is not much for him to actually abuse that anymore. Audrey just jumped down towards the haystack while the rest of them will follow through. It's going to be 1-3 formation coming
Yeah,
from
second
Gig Fam.
gunspire
They do have
DPS
two
just
numbers.
chilling.
This is it. Can they close the deal?
Looks
Oh,
like
well, that guy got
the
traded.
Links will
Unfortunately.
give them a good chance to get a second chicken dinner and
Bro,
probably
one
the
job,
first
you
team
just not
to get chicken dinners
not
in
get
a
it
row.
open.
But RNJ is waiting on the right. Sonics moving
The solo
to
could
RNJ.
fuck you
RNJ
up.
tosses it to the
Never mind.
Sonics
Bro,
area,
that
but
walked out in
Sonics
8th and 8.
taken out by...
Bro, walked out the door.
RNJ taken out by
Oh, that's a
Sonics.
double
That
knock.
Nade landed first. Beautifully done. Now it's
They
Gig
can't
Fam
do
or
anything.
Pasija Evos for the chicken dinner. But look at the current position. Gigs in
They're
a
looking for the
better
push.
position. They have a better spread. Pasija Evos on the other hand, on the outside of the road. So the circle moves away. They need to cross, and that's where Gig Fam can take advantage.
But can Zoxy do it again? Can he clutch the entire team of Gig Fam just how he did the day before? He did it before. It's not impossible for Zoxy to clutch for the entirety of Gig Fam by himself here. But for Gig Fam, they should be prepared.
Zoxy went
Every
for Gig
single
Fam before?
person
That'd be shit.
will be treated like a venom because Pasija Evos will sting.
They res that guy?
one-
Oh shit, they
one
did.
of them
That's
will
kinda wild
sting.
that they got the
Each
res
of them
off.
will sting as that. But on the side of Gig Fam, they're slowly trying to close the distance between them and forcing them
Was
to
it final
out
circle? What the
from the
fuck?
hiding spot. But Gig Fam also cautiously try to approach them slowly but surely. Safety is their priority right now. Audrey tried to force and flush them out with those hand grenades. A Misery coming out from the flank side. Might drop one on Micah or Sonics at the right time.
Here we go. Misery with a second nade onto Mika. Mika
What the
evaded
fuck?
it,
How
but
does he-
no! Naded down by Misery. There's two Sonics inside of the shack now, smoking up. Block the view of his opponent. Sonics has a nade in hand as well, but he needs to get the information on where Misery is at. Misery is still crawling around, still being the bane. Mika managed to get into the shack, and now Revive is kicking in.
No more time left for each of the team here.
Oh my god.
2 seconds
Luxy, they
remaining.
just
That's
won.
gone. No more circles for these guys. It's all about the blues. Who will be favored first? Misery spotted out. Sony's moving.
Oh,
He
that's a
got
huge
down.
knock.
He knocks one. It was Gig having
Double
the
knock?
numbers, but now he's equal out.
Oh, he's
with
nading.
Feels again.
Dude, get
Feels
the
that
fuck
they
up,
can
get off
actually
the
do
fucking
this for
ground.
PCJ Evos. They might
Oh my
actually
god,
clutch
Misery,
this
it's
one
him.
out. Misery with the lead shot coming in. Bold and
Misery.
courageous. Nothing stopping Fearless even.
1 HP just
Mika
pushing up, bro.
managed to clutch that one out down to Lynx with an AKM in the hand. But Zuxi be spotted out damn rude. It's going 2v3 back on the side of Petite Evils.
Okay,
1v1?
Lynx now takes out
Is it actually
Mika,
one?
now
No, it's
Lynx.
2v1.
Deal with the two
You got
members
shot,
of
that's how
Gig
he's
from the
won.
other side. Damn Rude is gonna come
Yeah.
in. Damn Rude. It's
Nah,
coming
I don't think he
Lynx
wins
needs
this.
to reset quickly.
If he gets the
30%
mat
health
off, he
left.
could
Damn
just
Rude
swing,
with an
because they're
M4
both
in hand.
isolating
That's
themselves.
gonna be a close call to the bat, but
They
he should
swing.
Brother.
elimination
His
point.
Oh
another
my
bed?
god.
But
Yeah,
Lynx is
'cause
taking
they
advantage of
isolated
this.
themselves.
Knock Damn Rude.
They
It's
both peeked
Audrey
from
and
different
Lynx,
sides.
the two Indonesian players for the chicken dinner.
That's a good molly though.
That
Oh, he's
molly.
hot.
Oh,
He's
God.
sitting in
Bobby
the.
Barr, be careful.
Oh,
the
man.
molly hits. The molly hits. Give it advantage to his son of Audrey. Can he actually do it before he
Wait,
resets again?
this
But
is
no
not-
first aid
He
given
wins
on
this
the
one,
Lynx.
bro,
On
with
his
the
feet,
AK.
playing ring around the
Oh.
roses. But Audrey, finish
Good
off.
drop
If he
shot,
didn't get
bro.
hit by the molly.
After such a long battle, 4v3 of full squad, down to mono. What a
They celebrate like they
classic
didn't almost
romantic
throw that shit
fight
away.
between Gig Fam
Like they
and
didn't
Son of
almost throw get to
Procedure
do
Evils.
0 ammo.
My, oh
Like,
my. Lucky that
Like they
Molotov
didn't just
did
almost get
hit
1v4
Fly
or some
Audrey.
shit, bro.
Second chicken Gig Fam came back to back
bruh.
before the break.
Two of the fucking players had 0 ammo. They're like, yeah, we did it, guys.
Back
Like,
to back.
you know?
Gig Fam is in PMSL, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, drink that water. You gonna need it for next game, big boy.
And this is Gig Fam.
The first team ever to have a back-to-back chicken dinner, and Procedure
You haven't
Evils
slept
showed
yet?
such consistency as well for the entire
Damn, bro, was
day
gaming.
here. Getting himself at top 5, top 3 almost every single map. But since after this we do have a 20-minute break, will that break the momentum of Gig Fam? Even BTR UI is coming up to their booth to congratulate these guys. Just shows how close they are when it comes to their performance and their relationship behind the scene as well. When it comes to between Gig Fam and BTR, no grudges between them definitely, but Procedure Evils, that was a close one. If Zaxi not being knocked down earlier, maybe they have the shot to clutch that one out, just like how Zaxi did it before.
Record you high had dinner with them last night. But anyway, so Audrey again, the MVP. This guy coming into Gig Fam. Big shoes to fill. They filled it well. The import from the Indonesian region. Look at him. Damage highest. Damage taken lowest. Most eliminations, well, pretty much with Sonics as well as Mika, but still up there. Knockouts, the same as Mika. Guy, he has been carrying. I wouldn't say he has been carrying the team, but he's been working well overall. That 1v1 towards the end is just chef's kiss. Because really, really close between the two.
I have to give it, Audrey is just an asset right now. Such a good addition to the side of Gig Fam. It just shows based on the last performance. But Procedure Evils, they really try to push through and they got the least amount of squad time. And compared to all the other teams down there, same goes for the side of Sersha. I mean, like RNJ, he lasted long enough as a solo player for the side of Sersha.
Yeah, that's like, what, 11 minutes and 2 seconds that Sersha had a full squad. It is least among all these teams. For Procedure Evils, still, what they can come up with without their kryptonite in today's game, without higher esports, they are still able to be a very consistent team. So, well, Procedure Evils today, ladies and gentlemen. But for Sersha, it was unfortunate they were caught Yudo Alliance early on, losing 2 players. If not, they would have had manpower towards the end, and maybe the result would have been different.
What concerning is going to be DX actually. If they cannot push up to the #1 spot, even open up the gap between them and Vampires, they will be catch up tomorrow. Same goes for the side of Sersha, but at least RNG actually do put up a fight till the end of it. But this is where Infinity also surprises us. When there's so many teams happen to be parking themselves and pull over in the center of attention, and happen to be dropping themselves in the trap there when they just pull over in the center of a war zone, and just Infinity was one of it. And a lot of teams just being bowing out by the teams that are actually guarding on the sideline. 10-10 for the placement and ranks eliminations coming up from the side of Gig Fam. 20 points. Now there's going to be a very good day for the side of Gig Fam.
Oh yeah. Increased number of eliminations from the previous, and the only team to receive a double digit of eliminations in Wrangle. So it's a good showing by Gig Fam. But for the other teams, at least this round that no team goes out empty-handed. Even as low as 1 point for BTR and DVD, there's still a point no matter what. But just as when we had that interview with Cap, he knows the issues between BTR and all that. He was very realistic about BTR's current performance. Unfortunately, just before the break, BTR did not well with only 1 point collected this time.
Speaking of our
Geek did go up to
weekly
third after that.
rankings,
Holy
Sersha
shit.
just opened up the gap even further more with DX have a 10-point margin between
It doesn't
them,
even
but
matter, bro.
Geek
Like, bro,
start to
Vampire's
push
gonna play and
down
just take first.
the
Like,
rest of the teams with 97. They might be hitting that triple digit any time now based on the next performance. The CJ Evil's also catching up here, pushing Vampires down. But Vampires, if they want to catch up tomorrow, it's not that big of a gap still.
Yeah, it's really close. And not only that, for Geek to get the #1, the gap is also close enough because we still got 3 more games to go after this. And if Geek continue on to be like that, or maybe even break the chicken dinner record, I don't know. maybe we will see that a GigFam beat the #1 team, and the team that before this not many people were talking about to be the #1. So come up with a surprise.
Feels like everybody can be #1 at this state, honestly speaking. Like, we don't know who will be
Multi-
dominating or
yes.
not. But at the same time, we're gonna hit the break after this. And speaking of the break, will this hurt GigFam's momentum though?
Well, this will be the big question, right? And this will be where we will start to ask not only ourselves but also the teams, like, will the break their momentum literally, or will they be able to continue on, refresh, and that as they head on to the next game, and probably be the king of Erangel today, because 2 chicken dinners from Erangel. One more, they would have sealed the deal to be the crown king of Erangel for today.
That's kind of true. So far, we haven't got any team that kind of over-dominates certain maps, right? So if only they can secure in the next one, that would be officially crowned as the kings of Erangel. Hopefully that's the case, but so far we haven't got the kings of Miramar or the kings of Sanhok. Has been alternating by far. But yesterday has been a great day where we do have all the flags flying. So I hope today will be the same case here, but it's going to be a tough shot. But I think we're going to head into the break anytime now. Yeah, so we're going to head into the break. See you guys after this.
Battle Royale Dragon Ball Super is now available in PUBG Mobile. In this mode, players will experience a whole new kind of combat. Players can play as several Dragon Ball characters, compete in intense battles to see who will be the final victor. If you're trying to win, try going to an energy zone and see what random buff you get. If you get a health recovery buff, then it's a good idea to stick around and fight. Even without any recovery items, you'll be able to maintain a decent amount of health. During a match, players can also use attacks while battling